Come on, Blazer.
It's a beat for me.
Wow, 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 wow. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we love. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your wow. Lift it up.
Hello. I done hit my hand. Hey, happy Monday. What up? Come on in. Happy Monday. Hope y'all are doing well. I am doing well, so I hope that you all are doing well as well. It is the beginning of the week. It's Monday, y'all. It's Monday. Come on in here. We already know. I hope y'all had a good weekend. I did. I got a lot of relaxing in yesterday. I went by the waterfalls. It was amazing. I had an amazing time this weekend, even though I went to a party Saturday night. So I did. I had a great time. I had an amazing time, and I hope y'all do too. Yes, happy Musty Malone Monday. Thank you, Carmen. You almost made me, I almost forgot. Thank you for reminding me. Happy Musty Malone Monday. If you are new to the channel, go ahead on and hit that like button, subscribe. If you guys are interested over here in some more ratchet content and really some hashtag Save Junior content, meet me down at the Dollhouse Reacts later on this evening, where we will be hosting Musty Malone Mondays, okay? So please, you tell a friend. If you are a friend, don't have nothing going on this evening, make sure y'all pull up to the other channel for Musty Malone Mondays. We will roll today. Yes, we will. I saw the little video. They said they might be back together, huh? We'll figure it out later on. Y'all make sure y'all pull up at the other channel, the Dollhouse Reacts. That's why we will be doing Musty Malone Mondays. And we just created that name last week, huh, y'all? Yeah, after it was confirmed she was Musty. That's when we created the new term for Musty Malone Monday. So make sure y'all pull up. Anyways, other than that, welcome to this channel, Voodoo Doll TV Reacts, where we do a lot of more serious, we jokes, but we do a little bit more serious commentary. And if you are new to this channel, go ahead on and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and also make sure if you're in the replay gang, y'all drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all think about today's show. Now, what are we talking about today? We got a few things. Wait, before we get into that, morning announcements. Black America. Genealogy. Y'all already know what it is. Okay. I need Black America to do their genealogy. It is so important that genealogy gets done. So many more people are picking up on it, all on Twitter, TikTok, Facebook. People are talking about genealogy. You should be talking about genealogy as well. So if you haven't been talking about it, welcome to the party. You're late, but I'd rather you be late than never. Genealogy is what you need to be doing to figure out who you are and where you came from and who are the people who came before you. Black America are the most documented people on the face of this earth. Do you understand me? There's not a group of people all over the world, Craig. There's not a group of people that is more documented than you. See, that's one of the things the universe made sure that they set in place when this enemy came and invaded us. So because we're extremely documented, there's no reason why we can't go back to those documents and find out who we are and where we came from. This is what genealogy is all about, Black America. So please, you never knew who you was. They done lied and told you was an African off a boat. They won't show you no people, no land, or nothing to connect you to it. The genealogy has all of the answers you will need. So please, Black America, this is not for me. This is for you. Please do your genealogy. It is very imperative. Also, grounding, meditation, and prayer is extremely important during this time. We're dealing with spiritual warfare, psychological warfare, physical warfare. It's every kind of warfare there is. And let me tell you something. Grounding and meditating and praying will be the only thing that saves you from this stuff. It's a lot of crap going on. You know, I was grounding earlier yesterday. And I was thinking about, because a lot of times I think about a lot of childhood stuff because I heal a lot of childhood wounds. And hopefully you guys get to do that too, if you haven't already. But either way, I was thinking about some childhood stuff. And you know what I was thinking about? Put a 3 in the chat if y'all remember this. Where I go? When I met my boyfriend at the candy store, he bought me ice cream, he bought me cake, he bought me home with a stomach ache. Mama, I feel sick. Call the doctor. We used to do it playing rope and doing the hand games. Quick. Doctor, before I die, I close my eyes and I count to 5. This is how we said it in New Orleans. You know, everywhere was different. So in New Orleans, we went, I count to 5 and I stay alive. 1, 2, 3, 4. But this the remix. This, I don't know if y'all had this part too. Drop down in the comments. But this was the part we had. See that house on top of that hill? That's where me and my boyfriend live. Cook that chicken, stir that rice. Come on, baby, let's shoot some dice. Did y'all say that part too? Girl, when I tell you I was in here in nostalgia, do you hear me? Black America, we are the most, listen, we the only people who do what we do. They got a lot of people who do things. Y'all didn't have the last part? Oh, yeah, we added that part in. That must be a New Orleans thing. We added the last part on there. Oh, yeah. It's a count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Before you get to 5. See that house? That was 5. Anyway, look. But listen, we the only people who do what we do. There are a lot of people who go around who copy us. That means there are people who came after us, saw what we did, and then they recreated it, okay? But at the end of the day, we are the originals and the creators of what we know today as culture in the world. Not just in our culture, literally in the world. You know what I'm saying? And just thinking about that, I have no idea right now why that popped in my head. All I know is I started thinking about playing rope and I started thinking about the hand games and I was just rolling. You know what I'm saying? Just thinking about all of the stuff we used to do growing up. That is very peculiar and specific to us. Please don't let no Africans come over here swearing to God that we come from them. They don't even do that stuff over there. Okay, the things that we have here in America, you cannot find in Africa for the most part. Now, don't get me wrong. In the last 100 years, a lot of things have been taken from America and brought to Africa, okay, so that they can lie to you today and say that we have a similarity. But I'm here to tell you that that's not true. We have specific culture, specific only to us, Black America. Only to us. Even with the hand game song I just sung. We all got the same childhood. We just added a little extra on the end. And I'm pretty sure it's different in Texas. It's different in Milwaukee. It's different in Chicago. You see what I'm saying? It's different in Florida. But even if it's different in these different places, the thing is, we have one thing in common. We are the Most High's chosen people. We are each other's brothers and sisters. It ain't just something we just be saying, but it is very important, y'all, that we stick together and make sure that we remain together and put us in front of everybody. Black Americans first, okay? Us in front of everybody, and we need to figure out who we are and not only know our culture, but protect our culture. And protecting don't mean allowing any and everybody to come into it. Protecting meaning understanding what it is, and just like you protect your children, we need to be protecting our culture. Because it ain't gonna take long for one of them Nigerians to see somebody doing a hand game and swear to God they was doing this in Nigeria. Mind you, Nigeria and Ghana didn't exist until the late 50s, early 60s. But here come them Nigerians and them Ghana people. Oh, you niggas do hand games? Me and my brother back in the homeland, we did the hand games too. No, you didn't. Y'all wasn't even there. Stop the cap. Anyways, y'all, the point is, you know what I'm saying? We are the culture and we need to know that. So come on in. Let's get into why we're here today, because I feel like I did a lot of announcements. What are we talking about today? Ryan Coogler announces a British Black Panther. Now, why is this important? Why is this even an issue? Number one, Black Panther is supposed to be a movie about Black America. That's the whole purpose of Black Panther. But just like every other movie, In every other situation in Black American history, they always bypass a Black American and jump over us for a foreigner with a hard ER to play our characters. Do you know why that is? See, I keep telling Black America that screen is very powerful. This industry, this entertainment industry that y'all take for granted because y'all just having fun, that thing is extremely powerful. Yes, he's a British African. Thank you, Kathy Smith. That's big. He's a British African. Let me tell you why this is important. The reason why they continue to tell our story using other people is for multiple reasons. Number one, they need to take our essence off of our stories. And the reason why they want to take the essence off of our stories is so that they can hijack them and give them to the other people. Number one. Number two, the reason why they take us out of our stories is to erase us from our own stories. Because you see, they are going to use entertainment as actual factual history. And what this enemy wants to do is have people look back at entertainment. You know, the same way y'all look at Roots as if it's real. Don't get me started, because don't act like what I'm saying is out the way. Because you niggas, you can't tell a nigga Roots ain't real. And the man done came out on many occasions and said he made it up. They are going to look back at entertainment and use entertainment as facts. And having all of these British, African, and all of these different foreigners with the hard ER playing our characters, that is going to prove thus far that it is not us that they're speaking about. They're going to give our history away to these foreigners. This is why they continue to make them and put them in our roles. And you see that Ryan Coogler? Part of me is mad. Half of me is mad at Ryan Coogler, but I understand Ryan is in the system where he got to do what them crackers tell him to do. But I'll be damned if we turn a whole Black American story and put a British man on it. But that's what they do. Think about all of your recent stories. All of our recent heroes. They always go get a British African. And then the British African get all of the claim to fame. And then let time go by. And then we find out they don't like us no way. Then we find out they think we're subservient, slaves and things of that nature. I don't know about y'all, but I will not be watching the new Black Panther. When Ryan Coogler make another Black American movie with Black Americans, I'll be there. Now, I'm not telling y'all to do that. I'm just telling you what I'm going to be doing. I refuse to continue to support these goddamn British Africans playing our roles. That's me. But I'm going off too early. We're going to get into that. We also need to get into the brown people, the clears, the conquistadors, the skim milks, as I call them. All of these so-called Hispanics, the Mexicans, the Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, none of those people are the real people. The Mexicans you see today are not the real Mexicans. You know why? Because the real Mexicans look like me. The Puerto Ricans you see today are not the real Puerto Ricans. Do you know why? The real Puerto Ricans look like me. Dominicans, all of them Hispanic speaking companies and countries and islands, that they got all of these representatives running around here acting like they are indigenous, and they are not. I'm here to tell you that those people are not the real people. Okay, now because that lie has been told over and over through the years, now you have so-called brown people running around swearing to God about their indigenous history. They even mad with Cardi B, saying that Cardi B is trying to erase their brown indigenous history. They don't have brown indigenous history. Those so-called brown people are descendants of conquistadors. They are descendants of Spaniards. They are the conqueror. They the colonizer. And that's the same people in America that got cosplaying as the real people. We gonna get into it. We also need to get into Cheyenne Bryant. Apparently, her school spoke out. I wish they didn't. The school crazier than Cheyenne Bryant. No wonder they gave her a degree. We gonna get into that. We also need to get into Vic Mensa calling himself checking Cameron, but y'all know Vic Mensa didn't do that. The people that's in charge of Vic Mensa told Vic Mensa, get your ass out there and check Cameron. And he did. But Vic Mensa is not a Black American. He's a Hispanic, right? Yeah, he's a Black Hispanic or some shit like that. Instead of him fighting the Argentina people about the Black people over there, he over here worried about Black America. We're going to get into this displaced anger and aggression. And then we also need to get into Plaqueboy Max still on that gay agenda. Y'all come on in here and get the likes up on the video. We got a few things to discuss. Come on in. It's Monday. And it's a few things on the docket. Lord, between Friday and Monday, you think the world will calm down Saturday and Sunday, huh? Not in America. I'm about to say not in New Orleans. Not in America. Not in America. They said Vic Mensa got what he got? An African daddy and a Jewish mama. What? He ain't even a Black Hispanic. He ain't even from this side of the continent of the world. Is that what y'all trying to say? Or is y'all trying to say he ain't even from Acorn? He ain't even from Acorn. So this nigga is an African. He an African. He not even a Black American in any stretch of the... We'll get into it. Come on in. We'll get into it. We will get into it, okay? Y'all get the likes of Brizzy Creations videos. Thank you so much for being a member for 26 beautiful long months. Thank you. You didn't have to do that, but you did. Thank you so much, beautiful. She says, love my Acorn family for life. You better know it. And you better know it. And the family love you back. Thank you, beautiful. I appreciate you so much for your unwavering support. And shout out to everybody who's sending the Jews, gems, whatever they call them. Rapping Radiant, thank you so much for being a member for 24 beautiful, glorious months. You didn't have to do that, but you did, beautiful. Thank you. She says, Jamal Bryant looked up the school. It ain't real. Oh, yeah, we got to get Jamal on here, too. We got to get past the holy whore, because, you know, he came out and, I think I got him on here, but let me write him down just in case. Jamal Big Dick Bryant. There you go. And don't come on here, oh, Voodoo, you wrong for calling that man, saying that man have a big D. I didn't say it. Monique said that on the Real Housewives of Potomac. I just can't unsee it. Let's move on. Let's move on. Don't come over here, oh, Voodoo, that's wrong. No, girl, go talk to Monique. Monique said that. I just can't unsee it after that. You see what I'm saying? After she said it, now every time I see him, I see it. It ain't my fault. I'm a visual bitch. I can't, you know. Whew. I'm a visual girl. I really am. I don't think in words. I think in picture. So when Monique said that, I ain't gonna lie. Every time I look at him, I feel like a predator. I ain't gonna lie, because I low-key be... Shut up, Jamal. Let me see. Hello? Like you said, baby, them punks hang low, huh? T.S. Madison think about as long as a 12-hour shift. Do you hear me? I ain't gonna lie. Let me stop, because some of the girls like the punks. I don't want to get them all aroused and things of that nature, but I ain't gonna lie. T.S. Madison think about as long as Peachtree. Do you hear me? No cap, no cap. I seen that one. It's online. That bitch. I ain't gonna lie. That bitch longer than a full 40-hour week with overtime. No cap, no cap. I don't know. It must be in the water. It must be in the gay boy water. I don't know. Let's move on. It is. I seen it. I ain't lying. I'm being funny, but I'm dead ass serious. I'm being real. You feel what I'm saying? Let's get into the show. Girl, this Monday. Why not? You got to laugh to keep from crying with all of this stuff going on in the world. You might as well make a joke, because if you don't make a joke, you'll be running around here depressed, okay? Now, what is this? Oh, girl, we got to get this honorable mention moment. Honorable mention moment. Shout out. We getting into the show, y'all. Look. So, Super Sick. Y'all know Super from New Orleans. That's the girl who got the crayon cake. She became a millionaire in 5 minutes. She had a 1-year anniversary. Her and Razor. Now, she had this 1-year anniversary. Shout out to Super Cent. But I gotta say this part. Girl, I looked around at your wedding. I'm sorry, your renewal. And I noticed the same thing I noticed from the wedding, girl. You still ain't got them churn down there to celebrate your nuptials? How long can this thing last without your churn? I guess my girl Super said F them churn. She want her man. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know. But either way, girl, how many anniversaries is y'all gonna go without the churn? That's all I'm asking. Because I feel like the churn is a big part of a marriage. I don't know. I could be wrong. Don't get me to lying. But I could have thought children were a major part of any union. But in this situation, it may not be. Either way, congratulations in order of Super with Super and her husband Razor. I hope he don't have no attachments, girl. Let's get into it. Oh, we can't play the music. Let me just read her stuff. She said, on this day in 2025, my husband got a judge to open the court on a Saturday and legally marry us. So y'all wedding might be illegal, girl. We was originally supposed to elope in Italy July 29th. It says our honeymoon was going to be 3 weeks long. I told my husband I wouldn't really feel married unless it's legal, even though we are eloping. I also wanted New Orleans on my marriage license. I don't know how he got the courthouse to open for little old us, but I was grateful just to find out it wasn't legal until we turned it in anyway. Happy 1-year married anniversary, husband. And that's her to Razor. So she said Razor went down there and gave one of the judges an ounce of crack or something, and they opened up the courthouse on Saturday for them to go in there and sign the paperwork. Whole time she never mailed it off, so the marriage might not even be real. I don't know. Either way, congratulations, Supergirl. I'm just saying, girl, though, try to involve the children. I think that's a big part of this thing. You know, maybe I could be wrong. Maybe in your household, y'all don't give a damn about them children. Maybe I don't know. But I would just say my only advice would be try to involve the children. I think that they should be involved because your union with your man, the children got to be in it too a little bit, huh? At least that's what I thought. Let's move on. Congratulations to Super and Razor. You know, just this time last year, Razor was in prison. They say he was around there popping that girl upside the head, allegedly. Now, no, it ain't allegedly. Super said that he popped her upside the head. But Super said they pop each other upside the head. So it should be all right. Yeah. It's different. And plus, Super not no little bitty girl. She a big girl. Razor probably smaller than her. I think it's okay. I think Super and Razor popping each other upside the head. Yeah, I think they're all right. Plus, I feel like I can put my money on Super. I feel like Super will win anyway if they got serious. So either way, Super's fine. We all fine. Let's move on. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Speaking of being fine, did y'all see the young lady that got kicked off the stage from Usher? So apparently this pretty young lady was invited up on stage, child. And she was supposed to be getting freaked out in front of the world. But I guess she had to change her heart once she got up there. And when she got up there, Usher realized she didn't want to get freaked in front of the world. So he kicked her up out of there. Now, once he got her out the paint, the internet started going off on the girl. And the girl came back there and cussed everybody on the internet out. The girl said, I don't give a damn about Usher, you, your mom, and nobody else. And I said, there you go. Let's get into the girl. I like her, though, because she don't care. She ain't let y'all bully her. Let's get into it.
Did you get picked?
Okay, so it was me and my mom. We got floor seats in P in the first row, 17 and 18. So we're right on the edge of the first row. We're not paying attention. Of course, the DJ is doing his thing, of course. So we're minding our business. Somebody walks up to my mom and
so you're there with your family?
Yeah. So they just asked if we wanted to go to VIP. Of course, why would we not want to go to VIP?
Right.
So you can see higher. So we were in there and they was like, okay, well, and we'll see about getting you on stage.
Wait, they
Nothing
just said
more
that
other
straight out the bat. They're just like, oh, we'll see if we can
Yeah,
get
it wasn't like I know who I'm going up here with. I know what I'm about to do, whatever the case may be.
Oh.
And it's nothing like with Usher. There's no bad blood. I don't feel a way towards him. It's just I got on stage and
Wait. So,
Just out of curiosity, because I be thinking my wheels be spinning. What if this is all cap? And what if this is a ploy just to sell tickets? FYI.
Can You Handle It comes on, and then obviously Usher and Chris, they're like, yo, we need a girl. How does that moment happen on? Because I don't know their show. I only know our show. So did he see you and he's like, oh, yo, I got my girl, you.
Yes, I'm on the side. I'm on the side where he was at. I'm right there where he can see me. Why would I want to get up here and embarrass myself? I'm already in heels. I'm trying to make sure I'm not falling. And I'm trying to listen at the same time. It's so loud. You can't hear anything because you're literally right there at the stage.
Have you been in front of a crowd of that big on stage before?
Not that big.
So were you fucking frightened or nervous?
It wasn't necessarily... When I got up there, I didn't see the crowd. I wasn't looking at the crowd.
That's what I say
looking at him.
When I say when the Take You Down girl comes on, they're like, sometimes they're real nervous. So I'm like, you'll see the crowd, but you won't see the crowd. So I know exactly what you mean.
They're there, but then at the same time, you don't know they're there because you're not paying attention to that. Usher's right in front of me, so that.
Let me show you the video just in case. I didn't realize I didn't play the video. Let me show you the video in question. This is her on stage with Usher. And the people were saying that she was not here for it. They were saying that she was acting funny, that she wasn't doing the right thing. And there are so many girls out here who would love Usher to slide his herpes all up and down their legs. And those girls are the ones who felt played, okay? Those girls felt like Usher could have put that herp on them. They said they would have went up there herp free and came down herp full if Usher would have pulled them up. They said, but this girl got up there and felt like she was a little bit too good for the herp. So she got up there acting like she was too good for the herp, acting like she ain't want him on her. And the girls who willing to get the herp, they felt played. And I ain't gonna lie, now that I'm thinking about it, saying it out loud, I understand why they felt played. I would feel played too if I was willing to get hurt and you got up there and you ain't want to get it. I would feel played too. So just so y'all know the backstory of why the people is upset. Now, this is the young lady. Usher kicked her up out of there, got out the paint. He said, you don't want to do whoop-de-whoop. And so there it go. Now, let's get back to the girl and what she had to say.
That's who I'm looking at. Everything else was kind of drowned out.
So when you're walking up on stage, were you nervous?
A little.
Well, so that's what the girl had to say. That's what the girl had to say. And let me just say this. As it pertains to the girl, and to y'all nasty little girls, and I ain't gonna lie, I understand both sides. Because if I was, it's like, why go up there if you're gonna act funny? I get that. I'm here for it. Like, if you're not gonna participate, girl, sit down. Let one of these other girls get up there. I get it. But I feel like a lot of y'all took it too far. Y'all really was mad at the girl. I'm talking about mad at the girl. So much so the girl came on here and cursed everybody out. Let me see if I can see it from here. She said, first of all, nobody is declining to go on stage. I look good as F. You thought I wasn't gonna let thousands of people see me. It says on the big screen, it says where the F you'll never be. It says my mom and I had floor seats. Their team approached us and moved us to VIP to the show before the show even started. Pretty privileges, something you bitches will never know about. That's what she said to y'all. Then she said, they don't say who you're going to go up there for. Y'all wanted me to get up there and get F at this point. She said, chatty folks aren't. She said, chat folks aren't used to anything. Oh, she's saying y'all don't have no money. She says, that's the most exciting thing that would have happened in y'all little ass lives. F y'all disrespectfully. I like her. I don't know about y'all, but I like her. I like her. My kind of girl. Even though she full of shit. My kind of girl. My girl said, bitch, what y'all wanted me to do? Get up there and bust my legs wide open? No, I ain't want the hurt on me. What's up? And like she said, y'all hoes is mad. That girl said she got pretty privilege. Yeah. She said that's why they came pull her and her mom. Her mom must be pretty too. She said that's why they come pull her and her mom from the front row to the VIP, then from the front row to the VIP to the stage. She said, because you hoes, this her words, not mine. She said, you hoes don't know nothing about that. She said, and at the end of the day, F y'all disrespectfully. I like her. I don't know. Everybody different, dude. At any rate, that's what all happened with Usher and things of that nature. I think he's just trying to sell tickets. What if the girl is an actress? And what if all of this is contrived so that y'all could go run down there and spend your hard-earned money so you can say, Usher, put the herbs on me. I'll take the herbs, Usher. What if? I don't know. Don't get me to lying. Either way, I'm pretty sure y'all going to buy y'all tickets. Let's move on. I'm just saying, I think that would be I mean, if I was trying to sell, I would do it if I was trying to sell tickets. You know, everybody different. Dude. Don't pay me no mind. Everybody different, you know. They say the girl said she really wanted Chris Brown, huh? Sound about right. Chris ain't got no hurt. So that sounds about right. Go ahead on. Oh, did y'all see this young man who was in the pole vault portion of the track and field? Damn near number one in the whole country, can't get a college athlete or scholarship. Let's get into it, y'all. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Record-setting Indiana pole vaulter, college-bound without scholarship. Y'all know why that is, huh? Because he black. Let's get into it, y'all.
6. And he goes up and over.
16 feet, 9 inches from the ground. It looks almost impossible. But for DeMarco Easter Jr.,
They actually call me Spider.
clearing the bar has never just been about height. It's about defying expectations.
This is when I won the state championship. I won with the jump of 16.3. And this is my second indoor state championship, which is in 2026.
The recent Maryville high school graduate didn't just win a state title, he made history, becoming the first African-American athlete to win an IHSAA state championship in the pole vault, while finishing his senior season as the #1 pole vaulter in the entire state of Indiana, with a personal best of 16 feet, 9 inches. He also ranks among the top high school senior pole vaulters in the entire country. But despite the medals, the records, and the history, one thing is still missing.
Nope, no athletic scholarship. I genuinely did think that they were going to offer me something. There was no text received about anything about scholarships.
For one of the best vaulters in Indiana, the next hurdle isn't a bar. His dad, DeMarco Easter Sr., says he's worried about how the family will be able to afford paying for college.
It's a big burden. $6,500 per semester. That's a real bit.
Now his family hopes the same performance that stopped a crowd in their tracks will catch the attention of a college, a coach, an organization ready to invest in his future. DeMarco's already committed to going to the University of Cincinnati, but there's no athletic scholarship or even academic scholarship being offered. He says his story is about more than a medal or even making history. It's about opening a door in a sport where few champions have looked like him.
I won with a jump of 16.3. And I was also the first African-American vaulter to win in the pole vault here in Indiana.
He knows being first comes with pride, but it also comes with responsibility. A 3.8 GPA, an aspiring mechanical engineer, 18 years old, 5'8", 145 pounds, and still reaching for something even bigger than the next bar.
A little bit. And I really do just want to get my name out there, my story out there, and, let people know that if you dream, they will come true.
DeMarco has already proven he can clear record-setting heights. He's already shown he can make history. Now he's hoping someone will give him the opportunity to see just how high he really can go. From Northwest Indiana, Tia Ewing, Fox Chicago.
All right. So shout out to the young brother out in Indiana, clearing that pole vault, clearing them crackers. And listen, he's got a 3.8 GPA, and he's setting records and breaking records all over pole vaulting, all over America. Do you want to know why it's so hard for this young brother to not only find a athletic scholarship, but even an academic scholarship? Is because they don't want us Negroes in track and field. I mean, let me retract that. They love us in track and field. As long as we're running in the 100 meter, 200 meter, they love us on a good 4x4, 4x1, 4x2. They love that. But what they don't want you Negroes to do is surpass them in the field portion of track and field. Because see, most Black Americans, when they hear track, they stop at track. Most of us don't go to the field. See, I used to throw the shot put, the javelin, and the discus for a very short period of time, but I did. Funny story. I'll tell you another day. So I know all about field as far as the field portion of track and field, okay? Now, one thing I learned as a person throwing the discus, the javelin, and the shot put is that I was the only Negro in the whole bit. It was big old hefty white girls. I think we did a meet against some other school. They had some big old burly look like Hawaiians or something, but it wasn't a lot of Negro gals throwing the shot put, the discus, and the goddamn javelin. And it's the same situation, I can almost bet, when it comes down to this young man on the pole vault. Think about every time you see the pole vault, it's clear boys who probably do okay and great for them. What they don't want is for one of us to get in there, because then we raise the bar. Remember, track and field is very connected to Greek, Egyptian history. That's because that's our history too. Okay. And at the end of the day, when it comes down to track and field, we beat it. We are the standard. And the reason why all these schools are making sure they not only give him the reason why all of these schools are making sure that this young man not only not receive an athletic scholarship, but also make sure he doesn't receive an academic scholarship is because they refuse to allow this young man to walk on to any of their teams and outdo everybody there. Oh, and by the way, God forbid he walks on a college team and outdo all of the rest of the people. More young Negro boys might want to join field part of track and field, and they can't have that. So that's why this young man is probably not able to secure a scholarship, be it academic or athletic. But don't worry about it, because the Most High sit high and he look low, and the ancestors don't play. They're going to place you, baby. And not only is they going to place you, you're going to find somewhere that you're going to go that you're going to outdo all the rest of these crackers, and more young boys, young Black Americans are going to get back into the field portion of track and field. It's going to happen. I promise you it's going to happen. Now, I don't want to get up here and act like I was good at throwing the javelin, the discus, or the shot put, because I wasn't. I was trash. But I had good form. I had really good form, and I only joined it because somebody else wanted to join the track team running behind the boy. That was in high school. But I know a lot about the field portion of track and field, and I know that when I was growing up, it wasn't a lot of us in it. We was on the field running. We wasn't on the field part doing the field events. And they trying to keep us out of there. But don't worry about it. God sit high and look low. He got you, baby. He got you. Don't worry about it. Y'all get the lights up on the video. Okay? Ooh, I do want to add this. Trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning. Remember I showed y'all, was it this channel? Dean and AB have lawsuits coming. Let's just get right into it. And this is a trigger warning, so please, if you're easily triggered, click off for the next 2 minutes. I got to show y'all something. Dean and AB are being sued by a young lady for sexual battery, right? We talked about it on this channel. If you have not been looking it up, go check it out. I don't want to spend too much time on it right now. We'll deal with it another time. But I showed Saturday this security guard who used to be security for Dean said not only is the one girl suing, that they're going to have multiple girls come behind Dean and sue Dean and AB for sexual battery, right? Well, tell me why they just released this video, and this is old footage of what I guess is supposed to be Dean and his clear girlfriend in the past, and this is him being abusive to her. Again, trigger warning. If you're easily triggered, click off for 2 minutes. I do want to play this video, but listen to the way Dean is talking to this girl. And first of all, you could tell he's cosplaying black. I don't know what Dean is. Even if he is a Black American, you can tell that is not his first language. Nigga is not Dean the Great's first language. He's cosplaying like a lot of these people do. Let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into the video.
I've never had anyone come at me like this, flip the story. Because I yelled, you had to restrain me. I didn't touch you. I didn't touch you. I was right here. So you choked me? What was that? I wish there was a camera then. What was that?
You're saying I told you, you're gonna tell me what I told you.
Dude, what did you just do?
If you're saying I told you, you're gonna tell me what I told you.
I'm not gonna tell anyone anything, is what I'm saying.
No.
I don't want even to have a word about you anymore. So just go. You're gonna threaten my life. You're gonna threaten to take everything from me. You're gonna threaten again. You said you take everything away from me. Just go.
Don't he do the same thing to Dean? Whenever he get mad with Dean, he'll act like he gonna take, I'm gonna stop streaming with him. Like like a little bitch. Like that's how little kids are. Like you get mad at them, they want to take their stuff away. He did that to the white girl.
Oh, you said you would take everything away from me. I'm ready for it. Just go. Come on.
You're fucking yelling, dog. I swear to God, I'm gonna put this trash on the bed.
Torturing me, please. Come on.
It's not cool, right? Y'all wanted to leave. What was that? It's not cool, right? What all the time you want to leave?
Oh my God. Oh my God. At least I wasn't being aggressive like that.
Like it, right?
I just cried.
What about when I want to leave, Daddy? You restrained from leaving, right?
I should have never stopped you from leaving. I should have never stopped. But I never choked. I never hurt you. I never hurt you. I never hurt you. I never hurt you.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Let me see how I feel. I got the videos, guys. Come on, bro.
Doesn't matter. I never hurt you.
But you called the police on me.
I never.
For restraining, but you go wrong with the story and say I told you.
He didn't restrain you. Literally.
You said you go wrong with the story.
What did you do right there?
So
What did you do right there?
So you gonna say I told you, dog.
I just need to know what you did right there.
I did this. So chill out.
You did not grab me there.
Yes, I did.
No, you fucking
I went
did.
like this, yes, but I've let.
Yes, you grabbed my throat.
Bro, you still.
For me, go.
And it goes on from there. I don't want to trigger nobody because people, some people may be triggered. But let me just say this. This is indicative of his behavior. And these lawsuits, all of that money that Dean and AB made are going to leave them. And it's going to go with these clear girls. The same way they use Cassie to take all of Diddy's money, they're going to use all of those girls who've been in and out of that stream to take every single thing that they made away from them. It's happening. But I already called it. I already knew it was coming. I could see it from a mile away. Not because I'm wishing anything negative on these people, but I understand pathology and I understand how behaviors can lead to certain things. And Dean and AB are train wrecks waiting to happen. Okay, real talk. And you got to know when they drop, they're gonna wait for AB and Dean to get real high up on that totem pole. They're gonna let them get up there real high, real high. And as soon as they get up there high enough, they're gonna drag their behind back down. You see what I'm saying? Drag them right back down. That's what they do all of the Negroes. But niggas don't catch on to it yet because they be so focused on the money. Most Black Americans, especially in those type of situations, we get hyper focused on the money and we start losing our logic and common sense. So because you lose logic and common sense, this is where the enemy gets to come in and prey on you because you're hyper focused on the money. You're not focused on anything other than the money. So that's how the enemy is able to sneak in and take everything you got. That's typically how it happens. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of how it typically happens, when are we going to shun this bitch here? Keisha Cole, I don't give a damn how many ballots this bitch saying. I'm so tired of this 40-something-year-old with people's children. This is not cute. And we're not going to start making like this is cute. Black American women, If this was a man, y'all would be windmilling with your head down. Something is mentally wrong with Keisha Cole to where she can't find a man her age. And I don't want to hear nobody jump in the chat talking about, no, Vu, let that girl live. She just want her some young meat. No, mentally something has to be wrong with this bitch, and she can't find a man her own age. But y'all want to clap for this because she's a girl. I'm not going to let y'all do it. Keisha is something mentally. The bitch might be retarded. I don't give a damn how good she could sing. Every time you turn around, she's with somebody else's child, and Black America likes to turn a blind eye because she a woman. No. Hell no. This bitch is ill. Something ain't right here. You know, back in the day, they used to have these old hoes just like her in the project. Oh, yay. Oh, yay. My mama friend was one of them. She loved on them young children. She waited for all her friends' children to get old enough so that they could date them. These are predators. I don't give a damn. These is predators. Let's get into Keisha Cole and her new man. Y'all here for it. 44-year-old Keisha Cole seemingly confirmed she's dating 27-year-old rapper Skrilla with a post. And she posted, yup. And now I know black women, because some black women like these young boys, you damn predators. Let me just say this, because I know y'all going to get in the comments, oh, boo, let that girl live. Let that girl have fun. He 27, he's of age, and y'all the same women be mad when them 40-some-year-old men be with the 27-year-old girls. But I figured it out. I figured out you whole psychology. Y'all clap for Keisha because you want to be Keisha, and y'all be mad at the men because you mad because them niggas won't choose you. You be jealous of them old men getting them young hoes because you're past your prime, and then you clap for Keisha because you wish you was an old hoe who can get them young boys. You bitches is weird. And I'm not going to clap for Keisha Cole running through all of these young boys like a goddamn freight train. I refuse to do it. Keisha, you're weird. At some point, your son going to be the same age as the niggas you smashing, and they're going to have a whole bunch of black women thinking this shit is cute. Keisha Cole is weird. I said what I said. Let's move on. I'm not going to let y'all buck me up. No, that shit is weird. 40-something years old messing with churn. Her son, how old her boy is? Hold on. How old her son is? Shit. How old is Keisha Cole's son? 16. The nigga 27.
Has two sons. Her older son, Daniel Gibson Jr., is 16, born in March of 2010. Her younger son, Tobias Kale, is 6 years old, born in August of 2019.
Her son's 16, going on 17 when he was born. March 2nd, 2010. The nigga 16. He about to be 17 years old. And one more year after that, he gonna be 18. So when she get with the next 22-year-old, 25-year-old, it's cool too. And her son, man, watch out. That's some predatory shit right there. And y'all don't be wanting to talk about women who touch on the boys. I'm not saying Keisha do it, but I'm just saying. Talking about the way it is. What way is it? Let's move on. And I like Keisha Cole music, but I don't give a damn. I put my head up to the sky and sing that ballad any day. But at the end of the day, she's weird. She's weird. Her boy is 16 with a deep voice. Her son and her boyfriend look the same age. It's weird. I don't give a damn what you old hoes say. Let's move on. That shit weird though. For real, I don't like that. And probably it's easier for me because I don't like younger men. Never did. Even as a child, I ain't like younger men. Do you hear me? Anyways, speaking of bull crap, Sinbad think I'm crazy, and Sinbad, you're not about to turn me crazy. Shout out to Sinbad, but Sinbad is still on this kick trying to make us believe Shazam was not real. Sinbad, my mama had it on VHS, bro. We watched Shazam over and over and over again. You can't tell me I was there. Now, I get it, Sinbad. Them crackers done told you to act like you didn't do it. And for the people who wasn't there, I get it. You know what I'm saying? They may want to believe it never happened. But as a person who was there, I'm telling you that the Shazam movie is real. It was real and it really happened. Shaq, him too. This man played in a movie called Shazam where he was a genie and he was a Kazam. Was it Kazam? Shazam? I don't know. Shazam. I was there. I remember going down to the Blockbuster to rent the movie. You can't tell me. I was there. But here goes Sinbad trying to play in our face. Well, they said Shaq did Kazam. Whatever Sinbad movie he did with the genie, I was there. It really happened. It's Shazam. They say it was. Listen, Sinbad, play with somebody else, please. Nobody's going to make me believe that I didn't see what I see. I remember every childhood movie I ever watched because it literally shaped my life. And Shazam was one of the movies. But let's get into him. Act like it never happened. Sinbad, go lay down, please. You're not gonna pull that wool over my eyes. I don't care what the internet say. I was there. The movie happened, baby. I was there. We used to have Friday night movie nights every night at my mama's house, baby. And every Friday we get out of school, my mama will order some pizza, or if we'll make French bread pizza sometimes, and we'll go down to the local Blockbuster, baby, and we'll get us one good movie each. My mama had 4 children. Everybody got to pick one movie. I don't know which one of us picked Shazam, bitch, but I remember we watched it over and over. I want to say my mom probably bought it, because if we liked the movie a lot, she would go back and buy it. You see what I'm saying? Either way, Sinbad, find something safe to play with and not me, because I saw the movie. I was there. I was there. You can't tell me. And y'all was there too. Y'all not about to tell me that movie didn't happen. Y'all was there. I was there. It happened. Let's move on. Because see, they'll try to make you go crazy out here. Don't let the internet fool you. The internet like to rewrite history. Don't let them lie to you. Don't let them lie to you, baby. Y'all was there like me. We all saw it. Okay? And look, you know how you know it's full of crap? Look at this article I just saw. There are now on the internet, bots outnumber people. I've been telling y'all that most of the comments under the comment section, especially under like the shade room, the neighborhood talk, a lot of those original comments are made by bots. Let me explain how it works, okay? So the internet is, first of all, the world is a stage, but the internet is a bigger stage than the world. And what people who are behind the other side of the internet understand is that it's not about what's real, it's about what you can get the people to believe. And one thing I learned about this here internet is it is easy to make people believe anything that's on it. And this internet understands that people are gullible. So what they do is they created these things called bots, short for robots. They're basically either actual bots or systems, AI systems that they created to go onto these comment sections and evoke or invoke issues, rather it be good or bad. So for instance, let's say the Shade Room make a post about Diddy and they say Diddy's scheduled to release next week. I'm just using a random example, right? Under the comments, you'll see the first 10 comments with thousands of likes will be like, oh, Diddy's a horrible person. He needs to rot in hell for what he did to Cassie. And then you'll see 10,000 likes under that post, right? Or under that comment, under the picture or under the video. And then everybody be like, yeah, that's right. Because Diddy's trash. He needs to go to prison for what he did to Cassie and all of these people. And then those original comments are made by bots. And the reason why those bots exist is because they are there to literally control the thinking and the functionality of the comment section. So they put these bots in these chats. People buy them all the time for their own Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. They do it all the time. They create these bots or they get these bots, and those bots are there to control what you think and how you feel. So I'll give you an example. Let's say you look at the video that Diddy's being released next week, and originally it makes you feel like, you know what? Fuck it. Let Diddy come home. If you scroll under the comments and you see 10,000 people like a comment that say lock him up, you're more likely to say, yeah, lock his ass up. Do you understand what I'm saying? So most of the internet is occupied by bots, but it's because the people who control the bots are trying to control your minds, and they're doing it flawlessly. Every day. This is what causes us to have fights over stuff we see on the internet. This would cause us to have disagreement. It's bad on Twitter. The bots are horrible on Twitter. They're horrible everywhere, but they're even worse on Twitter. But I'm here to tell you that most of the things you see on the internet is not real. Okay, now let's get into this article. It says AI bots are now generating more web traffic than humans for the first time, according to Cloudflare. It says Cloudflare says bots now account for 57.4% of interest requests compared to 42.6% from humans, as AI agents rapidly browse and interact with websites at an unprecedented scale. CEO Matthew Prince said he expected the milestone to happen in 2027, but the explosive growth of AI agents accelerate the shift. While a person might visit a few websites before making a purchase, an AI agent could scan as many as 5,000. So listen, we got different things happening. Now, the bots are on here for many, many reasons. A lot of it is for mind control. A lot of it is for consumer control. You know, like on TikTok. I'll give you an example on TikTok. TikTok is good on making you buy some shit. I done been on there and bought some shit. But they control the algorithm. They use AI to make it push certain things, certain products in front of you more than others, and also to do all kind of other things to manipulate your mind. The point is this, because I don't want to spend too much time on this, Black America. Y'all got to understand, if 57.4% of the engagement, on the internet are bots, that means that more than half of the people that you're dealing with on the internet are not real. 57.4% of engagement on the internet are done by bots. That means if you scroll past 10 posts and you interact on all 10, 5 of them bitches, no, let me back it up. One post. If any one post you scroll on, that means more than half of the people you're interacting with are not even real. They're bots. So when you battling and beefing and arguing and getting all in your feelings and getting your pressure all up, more times than not, it's probably a bot. That's not even a real person. And then people use bots for like farming. They got clip farm, all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say don't take this internet stuff too seriously, Black America, because it's all contrived. It's all created and made up. Okay? It's about, listen, when you really think about it, when you truly, truly think about it, all of this is about control. That's what this is all about, controlling your energy. The powers that be understand how valuable your energy is. You're the only one who don't understand it. And that's why they spend all this money on these bots, okay? Now let's get into Cheyenne Bryant, speaking of bots, because she's definitely one of those. Cheyenne Bryant, y'all know she's been accused, proven to have lied about her credentials as a doctor, right? So now Cheyenne Bryant done been proven to be lying, saying that she had a PhD or whatever the case may be. And then after she was proven, let's get her up here. We've seen her. Hold on. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, who's not really a doctor. Remember, we're talking about bots, and bots is about energy and control. It's about making the people believe what you want them to believe and feel how you want them to feel. So now we have Cheyenne Bryant, who came to the internet lying, saying that she was an actual psychologist. We found out that she was not. Well, then after we found out she was not, we kind of packed her up and put her in the corner. She decided to come back and do the Netflix trend as if she's starting a Netflix documentary. And she's acting as if she really does have a doctorate, right? Now, mind you, it has been proven that she does not have a doctorate. But this girl is either so crazy in her head, or she's not crazy in her head, and she expect y'all to be crazy in the head, that she came back to the internet still cosplaying as a person with a doctorate degree. Now, don't let this part go over your head. One or two things are happening here. Number one, Cheyenne Bryant is batshit crazy, and she believes that she's really a doctor. Or 2, she's not crazy at all. She's only making sure that you stay crazy by continuing on this thing. What do I mean by that? She understands that she's not a doctor. She also understands that most of y'all believe she's not a doctor too. However, kind of the way the internet works is all talk is money. So I'd rather come back to the internet, still act like I'm confused on if I'm a doctor or not, just to keep you guys engaging. So it's one or two things happening here, okay? Either way, it's been proven that she's not a doctor, and this girl continues to come back to the internet to prove that she is, even though she's not, right? She's still going around with the doctor in front of her name, all kinds of things. Well, it has come out through Pastor Holy Whore, Big D Jamal, allegedly, because I didn't see it. Okay, I didn't say it. But according to Monique from the Real Housewives of Potomac, they say Jamal is packing down to the ground. But that's not the end of the deal, because that's not why we're here for Pastor Holy Whore. He says that he was sent a cease and desist letter from Cheyenne Bryant and her team because he came out and acknowledged to the world that he thought she was a doctor, and he apologized. Now, he has since come back to the internet to have more to say about this, and he says that he was sent to cease and desist. He said that Cheyenne is wrong. Let's get into it.
I shouldn't even have to do this. It's ridiculous. Over a month ago, I came to you and apologized for platforming Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. I felt I had a responsibility considering my sister is the former president of the American Psychological Association, one of the youngest to ever hold that position. Not soon after that, I received an email, a cease and desist, not to mention her name or to speak to the controversy. I scanned down to the bottom, and it was not from a lawyer, not from an attorney, not anybody who was barred. It was from Cheyenne Bryant herself. I said, I'm going to walk away. I do not want to be a part of black on black crime. So I let it go, never addressed it, never mentioned it again until I received this email on yesterday from Dr. Jack. I shouldn't even have to do this. It's ridiculous. Over a month ago, I came to you and apologized for Jaquel Pitts, who is serving as the president of Indiana Southwest Christian University, who said to me in writing that Dr. Cheyenne Bryant has just received her PhD in theocentric psychology. I did a quick Google search. Indiana, the whole state, does not recognize Indiana Southwestern Christian University, is not registered. The president claimed that the degree is in theocentric psychology. Again, I didn't even use Claude or ChatGPT. Google, the cheapest one, says that theocentric psychology shifts a person from ego to universal thought. I don't even know what that means. The president goes on to say that they cannot provide Jaquel Pitt, that they cannot provide any transcripts. I send a one-line email. Who are y'all accredited by? And he sent me back this. Accreditation Religioso. I don't know what this means. But ladies and gentlemen, the last line that I've highlighted for you is no transcript can be provided. I'm not going back and forth with y'all. The president of Indiana Southwest Christian University doesn't even have a college email. Jaquel Pitts is on Gmail. So if you want the transcript, email him directly, and maybe he'll be able to give you answers I'm not able to provide. Y'all, let's shut the case on Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. The only robes I want to see people in are the 500 kids who are trying to go to Howard, an accredited school, that they cannot provide any transcripts. I send a one-line email. Who are y'all accredited by?
He is so feminine. He is just so feminine, ain't he? Anyways, I had never heard of theocentric psychology up until Cheyenne Bryant, and they must have just made this shit up. So I went and looked it up. Theocentric psychology is a non-clinical spiritual approach to personal growth, focusing on God or universal consciousness at the center of human consciousness. Developed by Dr. Paul Leon Masters through the International Metaphysical Ministry, it differs from the traditional psychology by looking past the person's ego or the personal ego to tap into divine inner resources. How long has theocentric psychology been around? I shouldn't have said that.
Theocentric psychology has existed since consciousness research started in 1959. The formal academic curriculum began on September 10th, 2010.
2010. See, they like to backdate stuff that they just made up. That's what the system does. When they make stuff up, they love to backdate it. So they'll say, oh, I know we just made it up, but look, we was doing this since then. So they said since 1959 they were doing the research, but it didn't come about until 2010. Now, this makes sense. This is something made up, y'all. Non-clinical spiritual approach. What? What is this? This is not real. But this girl is going around with doctorate doggone gowns on, making it seem like she's really a doctor. And honestly, I'm more afraid of the fact that people still don't care that this girl has been proven to be a liar. She really still out here doing this. Let's get into the video. So this is supposed to be the principal, the one who's found that Gmail. And let me go over a couple of things that Jamal Bryant said. Number one, this is a brand new school who allegedly gave her these accreditations, right? Mind you, Jamal Bryant says the principal or the head of the dean or whatever he's supposed to be at the school has a Gmail. That's not no real school. None of this is real. This is all cap. This man got a Gmail, and this girl is supposed to have a degree in psychology that's non-clinical. Mind you, she was swearing to God at first that everything was happening was clinical. Now it's non-clinical. Man, this is all a bunch of bull. This is all a bunch of bull. Let's get into the principal, supposedly, of the campus. You can't make this shit up. But again, I see why Umar backed her up, because he a fake doctor too. It makes sense for the fake doctor to want the fake doctors to make it. Go ahead.
Only one. So literally the university was created.
And who's that one? Is it Cheyenne Bryant?
Cheyenne Bryant. The university was just established in May of 2026. So in regard to Dr. Bryant's narrative about the school not being registered, it was just started in May of 2026. So it's not going to have any type of standing online. It was just established in May of 2026.
How many doctors have you given out total since May?
Only one.
So in the history of this school, which started
in May
8 weeks ago.
Yes.
The school just started in May of 2026. Did y'all catch that? Did y'all catch that? Mind you, Cheyenne Bryant been on this bitch telling y'all she was a doctor for the last couple of years. The school just started in May of 2026. What we in? June, July. So the school less than 60 days old. And they gave their first doctorate degree to Cheyenne Bryant.
You've given out one degree, and that is to Cheyenne Bryant. So if you've only been open for 8 or 9 weeks, how have you been able to do an earned doctorate? I mean, I understand an honorary doctorate because that's based on life contributions, social contributions, status, etc. But an earned doctorate is usually done through coursework. You couldn't do coursework in 2 months.
Yeah, I'm very familiar with what's required of an earned doctorate. It usually takes 4 to 6 years.
Yeah.
But as a private Christian university, we actually reserve the right to waive traditional policies and procedures. So how we conducted that particular decision was we initiated a process called prior learning assessment and credit for prior learning. And what that is that's an assessment on one's previous work in the field of psychology or theocentric psychology. And that is a process where we grant credits based on their vocational experience, their career background, There was also a forensic analysis conducted on the therapy sessions and life coaching sessions conducted by Cheyenne Bryant, and she has approximately 20 or more publicly available. And we made the assessment based on her prior learning and her work in the field of psychology to provide her with this Doctor of Psychology and Theocentric Psychology degree. It's a very...
Mind you, the work that they're studying is her Instagram page. The work that this brother is swearing that, mind you, so what? Let me kind of explain this to y'all, because he trying to speak in big terms and it don't even make sense, because this some old bullshit, this some shanty shit. So this school, who was just opened in May of 2026, that's 2 months ago, they gave Cheyenne Bryant a doctorate degree, not a honorary. See, honoraries, which you see a lot of celebrities getting. No. They gave her a earned doctorate degree, according to him. Now, I need y'all to understand what this means. That means she's going to get the same degree that the people get when they go fill out their paperwork for financial aid, and then they fill out the paperwork for student loan, and then they get up every morning and go to school, and then they go home every night and they study, and then they go back to the school every now and again to take exams, and then they go back home and write dissertations and paper. She got the same kind of degree that them people got. And the only way that they gave this to her, according to them, is they watched her Instagram. See, he using big words. Oh, yeah, we use forensics, this to look up this. He looked at her Instagram. No wonder she got it in less than 2 months. Let's get into it.
Rare occurrence, but because it's a very controversial subject matter, we decided to take the step up and give her what she rightfully earned. We were compelled by her story about Arkansas University not providing transcripts, not having records. So we stepped up and gave her transcripts and her degrees.
So she didn't have no records, no nothing. But don't worry, don't fret. The school gave her the records and the things she needed for her doctorate degree. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Did you attempt to get her, when you applied, did you look at any of her transcripts?
I didn't actually have access to her transcripts. I didn't have access to her transcripts.
Why not?
That is a very tedious process to even acquire someone's transcripts.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. You go to the school's website. I don't give a damn what school it is. First of all, he don't have access to her transcripts, but he gave her a doctorate degree. Number one, it is not hard to get a copy of transcripts at all. You go to the school's website and then you hit apply for a transcript. I think it's like $10 or $15. I ain't bought one in years. Last time I bought one, I think it was like $10 or $15, and you can get as many copies as you want. Now, they'll give you one official copy, and then they'll send you as many unofficial copies as you want. It is not hard to get transcripts at all. At all. Anybody who tell you, well, I couldn't get, they lying. All they got to do is go on the school website and they can get the school transcript. It's easy. Is it still $15? Okay, it's still $15 for a copy of the transcripts. But according to this brother, it was so hard, he couldn't get them. Mind you, he gave her the degree. He couldn't get the transcripts.
I have to contact previous universities, but what we did was made aware of is that she does have.
You just go online and you type the name, you enter it, you give them, like, I think a small fee. It takes about 5 minutes.
Literally.
Yeah, unfortunately, we wasn't able to do that. However, we are aware that she.
You see how fast he? Yeah. See, we wasn't able to do that. However, you see how fast he hurried up and went over that? It's given somebody got greased. It's given Cheyenne Bryant went to this nigga who probably is setting up a school like Umar. You see what I'm saying? And said, hey, you gonna be a real accredited school or something like that. Say you gave me a degree. That's what it's given to me.
She does have a master's in psychology from the University of Phoenix, based on the viral Netflix video that she posted.
She has a master's degree from University of Phoenix. How does he know it? Based off of her Netflix documentary, bitch. So the school gave her a doctorate because they knew about her master's, because and the reason why they know she got a master's, because she put it on her Netflix documentary.
If you look closely in the background, you see her master's of psychology degree. What
So
we
you
did
confirmed her master's degree by zooming in on a Netflix video.
Yes. She claims on her public biography that she has a master's of psychology from University of Phoenix. And when you look on the video, you'll see it. Also, we did confirm her attendance at the doctoral level of her participating in courses at Argos University as a doctor, as there are various students who stated that she was in the same class. So that's verification that she attended doctoral level classes at Argos.
They were able to verify that she attended doctoral level classes because they asked the other students. And it was like, oh yeah, I seen the, yeah. You remember light-skinned girl with the, yeah, I remember. So they was like, okay, bet. That's how they were able to confirm that she had a doctorate, because they asked other people who went to school with her, did they used to see her at school?
Argos University. So that was one of the determining factors. I'm not aware of that, but however, based on her competency,
what if she attended all the classes and didn't pass any of them?
Based on her competency level and her aptitude level demonstrated in the videos, we're pretty sure that she passed the courses.
Are you a psychologist?
I am a therapist. Are
you trained as a psychologist?
I am trained as a psychologist.
A psychologist and a
So
therapist.
what do you
wait, because those are different things. A psychologist and a therapist are two completely different things. Yes, they are similar, but they are different. Anybody could be a therapist. You don't need as much school to be a therapist. As a matter of fact, there are people who don't have a 4-year degree that can be a therapist. But to be a psychologist, you have to have a doctorate in psychology. Those are two completely different things. And I don't like that he hung his head and say, I'm a therapist, and then we go back and act like psychologists and therapists is the same. Those are not the same. Hell, you can go take a certification right now and become a therapist. Right now. Any one of y'all in the chat can go take a certification and be a therapist. That is not the same as a psychologist. Words are very important, extremely powerful even.
For, because I'm not, that's what I'm asking. So what do you look for to know if someone has demonstrated competency in the field?
So number one, are you presenting psychological theories? Are you talking about behavioral theories? Are you demonstrating ideas about personality? Are you demonstrating ideas about motivation? Are you providing solutions to behavioral issues that exist? Now, what we will say is she may not be an elite psychologist, but there are certain factors such as the solutions that she provided to couples. She only one. So literally the university was created.
And who's that one? Is it Cheyenne Bryant?
Cheyenne Bryant. The university was just established in May of 2026.
So yeah, we kind of get the gist of this. They awarded her a psychology degree or a doctorate in psychology as a psychologist, not a psychiatrist, because a psychiatrist goes to medical school. I saw somebody put it, a psychiatrist. Yes, a psychiatrist goes to medical school. The difference between a psychiatrist and a psychologist is the psychiatrist goes to medical school because they prescribe medication, whereas a psychologist or psychologists are supposed to be able to find you other methods of curing other than medicine, like therapy and things of that nature. Okay. Now they're alleging that she is a psychologist, meaning somebody who did a 4-year degree, a master's degree, and then they turned around and did a doctorate degree. That's what they're trying to say that she is, and she is not. And the only way that they gave her this degree was because they looked at her Instagram. That's it. They saw her Instagram. But remember, hold on, because don't get me the line. Theo, what do they call it? Theocentric psychology is a non-clinical spiritual approach to personal growth, focusing on God or universal consciousness at the center of human consciousness. This shit is made up. It's fake. It's not real. is cap. Okay? I need y'all to understand that. The degree ain't real. The school ain't real. Hell, the bitch ain't even real. Okay? But again, if you take what you see on the internet at face value and you saw Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, you would really think that she's really a doctor. Please let this be a lesson to y'all, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Do not believe what you see on the internet. It is fake. The world is a stage, but this goddamn internet is a theater. Do you understand me? Everybody on this bitch cosplaying. Everybody on this bitch cosplaying to some degree. Do not take what you see on this internet as real. Cheyenne Bryant is trash. The school is trash. But what's even worse is they're going to have they're going to create a fan base of people who like bullshit artists. And those people are going to still look at Cheyenne Bryant as if she's a real doctor. And let me say this to those of you who went to school and actually really did go and get a college degree. I feel bad for you. I'm one of those people. And this is the craziest part. I, too, wanted to have a doctorate in psychology. I'm so glad I don't. I'm so glad I didn't go further and further into debt. I'm so glad I didn't go further and further into debt to get this degree, all for y'all to come out to the internet and bring up fake ones anyway. I would have been pissed. I would have been beyond pissed. Do you understand me? And I'm still mad because I got 4 years worth of college student loans that I'm still mad about. But I would have been even more livid if I had gone and got my master's in psychology, and I'd have been even more livid if I got a doctorate in psychology and watching you hoes come across the internet playing like it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? I would have been mad. I would have been highly pissed. But again, these degrees are scams. I keep telling y'all that. Let's move on. Let's get into Plaqueboy Max and this Saucy Santana thing. Y'all, your girl going viral on Instagram for this Saucy Santana commentary. Okay. Hold on. Plaqueboy. How you spell this little boy name? Plaqueboy Max and Saucy. Sorry. So, Plaqueboy Max, the streamer, who I told y'all need to be sitting around here making sure your churn ain't taking in all of this stuff. He's supposed to be a straight man, but every day he goes on stream, his whole job is to say gay stuff. Now, remember, I told you guys that there's an agenda. There is a gay agenda that they're putting on Black America, okay? And this agenda is to turn all of us gay. They're not just Black America, period. They want all of America to be confused sexually so that they can control population, okay? Now, that's one of the reasons why. There's many reasons why they get straight men to do this stuff, so-called straight men, but we're going to use that as the number one reason why we're here. So now Plaqueboy Max, who's a young so-called Black man, so-called, because I think he's a mixture of a Nigerian and something else too, and this stuff matters. He presents as a heterosexual man, yet and still every day he comes to the internet to do gay things. And the reason they have him come to the internet and do gay things and say gay things is because they want straight heterosexual men to do gay and questionable things. This is also why Saucy Santana has that song called, what's the name of the song? Quiet on the Creek, so that you guys can evoke that negative, nasty spirit into your men. And I keep telling you that this is witchcraft. We're dealing with spiritual warfare here. And because a lot of people are untapped and can't see it, they'll look at it like people like me are hating. Nobody is hating on Saucy Santana. He a big old burly nigga. There's no reason for me to hate on this nigga. He looked like he's musty and funky every time I see him. I have no reason to hate on no big old nigga. Okay? The point is, we're dealing with spiritual warfare here, and they're using these streamers like Plaqueboy Max to implement this spiritual warfare on our children and even on some of us, because a lot of adults are walking around in children's minds. I'm starting to pick that up. More and more, I look around every day. So every day they paid Plaqueboy Max to come on the internet and do some frivolous, weird shit, some questionable shit. And this is the craziest part. Not only do they make him do it, they make him explain why it's not frivolous, why it's not weird, and why it's not gay, so that your children and your men can do it too. So this is what they do. They get Plaqueboy Max to come out here and tattoo diva, and then he gets to come on the internet and explain why it's not gay. And then on top of that, you get punks on the internet, other gay men on the internet, to come on here and gaslight you to believe that if you think that it is gay, that you crazy, that you homophobic. Bull crap. This is a play. This is witchcraft. And every chance they get, they're going to get Plaqueboy Max to come on this internet and do some gay shit to turn you and everybody you know gay. And anybody who coming on here telling me that you can't turn nobody gay, shut your stupid duck ass up and get the hell on up out of here. We're past that. This is an agenda, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Let's get into Plaqueboy Max saying that Saucy Santana is fine and a bad bitch, and then he'll go into explaining why that's not gay. I keep telling y'all what the agenda is, and y'all don't want to hear it. Let's get into it.
I see a bad bitch though. Like, I'm not even gonna sit here and act like, you know what I'm saying? I seen the Quiet on the Creek vid. I'm like, okay, nah, he popping this shit. Okay, me saying Saucy Santana a bad bitch. I'm not saying Saucy Santana is pretty, like, or my type. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is the Saucy Santana, bad bitch energy. Bad bitch is about energy. It's not about like the look. That's facts. Everyone knows this. Let's be for real. That is fact. I mean, Saucy a bad bitch though. Like,
this is social engineering, social programming. What they're doing is something that we already, as a community, as a collective, something we already deem to be wrong. He's trying to unwrong it and make it right. This is why he called Saucy a bad bitch originally, and then came back to explain why it's not gay. Oh, no, I'm not saying that he's a bad bitch. I mean, it's energy. So now it's going to make it normal for boys and men to call each other bad bitches. But subconsciously, when you say somebody is a bad bitch, that is a comment made of a sexual nature. So if a man thinks that another man is a bad bitch, subconsciously, you're arousing him. Come on, man. But you let the gays tell it on the internet, there's no gay agenda. Bullshit. I'm watching it in 4K. He presents as a straight man, and the reason why he presents as a straight man is because they want him to get the attention of other straight men and straight boys. Once he get their attention and get their trust, now he's going to reprogram their minds for everything they thought was wrong. Now he's going to reprogram their minds to think that it's right. So what do I mean by that? If you've instilled in your son, let's say you got a young boy, and you've instilled in your son that boys shouldn't be thinking that other boys are bad bitches, by the time they end up finished watching Plaqueboy Max, they'll be done told you don't know what you're talking about, that boys can be bad bitches. Because this is what you call social programming. Social programming. And just because you're smart enough to not be able to fall for the banana in the tailpipe, what does that have to do with the other people who are not? They're turning everybody gay. I'm telling you. I'm not making this shit up. And if you think I'm lying, let me show you an example. Let me show you what it looks like in 4K. This is what it looks like in 4K when your children watch these streamers. Check it out.
You look sexy, gang. You look sexy.
Yo, that's 25X?
Yo, they wildin'.
Hey, that's 25X right there.
People gang.
25X right there.
Yeah, that's it.
Average 25.
Nah, bro, what the hell? You look sexy, gang. You look sexy.
That's 25x.
Yo, they
That's,
wildin'.
hey, that's 25x right there.
People
That's
game.
25x right there.
Yeah, that's it.
Average 25.
Nah, bro, what the hell?
That is a child. That is a child. That is a child asking another boy for a kiss. And then the child next to him say, Kai, you sexy. These are children. These are children. Somebody say sound like a tether. Let's say it was. You think Tether's the only ones watching these fools? Do y'all think, because y'all, I know Black America, I know we on our kick, I'm here for it, but we got to start being logical. You think Tether's the only ones watching this fool? You think this not going to mess with us? You think this ain't going to touch us? You think our boys not going to be affected by this? Young boys calling other boys sexy and asking for a kiss. Again, you're not going to tell me that I'm not watching what I'm looking at. This is social programming, social engineering. They want to turn all of the straights to be questionable or gay at best. I'm telling you. And they're going to start with the children. This is why Adrian Broner and Dean the Great do gay shit every day on stream. This is why Kai Cenat and all of these Rakai and all of these boys and DDG. This is why all of them do gay shit on stream every single day. There's a whole program happening here that Black America can't see. Why you think they pay these dudes all this money? The agenda is real and it's working. And I promise you this, it ain't gonna hit you home until one of y'all just happen to walk past your son's room and you hear him calling his little friend, his boy, guy friend sexy, or asking him for a kiss, or doing some weird shit. Or when you hear your boyfriend or your husband or your daddy or somebody else on the phone saying some real sexual, questionable shit to their partner, then it's gonna hit home. Then y'all gonna want to come to the internet. Then y'all gonna want windmills. See, right now everybody having fun. Right now, everybody enjoying the music. Right now, everybody enjoying the time. Oh, girl, let it go. It ain't that deep. Oh, girl, until it's in that, when it hit home, that's when you niggas gonna start acting crazy. And I do not come over here. Do not come over here and tell me shit, because I done told y'all over and over and over and over. It's coming. It's coming. All y'all, the parents don't care about nothing but themselves. All they care about is their boyfriend and their lives. They don't give a damn what their children doing. So now the children are left to the devices of these streamers and they turning all y'all boys into girls. Watch. Let's move on. Don't come over here crying to me when it happens. Please. Y'all gonna think that I'm being wrong. Because I'm gonna tell y'all, get the hell up out my face. I done told y'all what the hell going on and niggas don't want to hear it. Even when you showing video proof in 4K, niggas still don't want to see it. Okay, all right. And it will be nothing but for the gays who already sold, they sold. The TSs and the gays and the lesbians and all of them people who done already sold, they sold. It's nothing for them to grab your soul and bring you with them. They already going to hell. They don't have nothing to lose. The soul already gone. They live in misery every day. It takes them nothing to drag you down with them. Let's move on. Let's move on. Y'all get the likes up on the video. This shit is real, bruh. This shit is real. Y'all can sit up there and act crazy if you want. This shit is real. You just seen the little boy asking Kai for a kiss, huh? Telling him he's sexy, huh? Why the streamers keep doing it. So y'all keep acting like I'm just talking out the side of my neck. I'm going to just keep rolling. God told me to come to the internet and tell y'all what I'm telling y'all, and that's what I'm doing. After that, my hands is off it. Let's move on. I want to get into, it was something else. Oh, the black woman on this hike. Did y'all see this black lady go on this hike with this clear man? Let's get into it. So this black woman goes on this hike with this clear man, and she records it and brings it to the internet. But basically, she's showing that he brought her to this secluded area to show her where he was gonna kill her. Let's get into it. Y'all get the likes up on the video. So this black woman goes out. She's on her first date with this white man. And on this video, he basically jives with her and tell her, look, this way I'm gonna kill you. Check it out.
This is Rose gonna kill you. Is it? A black woman's date threatened to kill her, but when people warned her to be careful, she defended him instead. The woman met the white man through Hinge, and their first date was a run through a wooded trail. At one point, the man ran ahead and led her into a quiet area. He then turned around and told her, this is where I was gonna kill you. When she reacted, he first asked if she was recording.
Leave us out of it. Leave everybody out of it. Leave black women.
Pause. I didn't know you was about to talk. I didn't even see you on there. I got a better video. Hold on. Here you go.
But when people warned her to be careful, she defended him instead. The woman met the white man through Hinge, and their first date was a run through a wooded trail. At one point, the man ran ahead and led her into a quiet area. He then turned around and told her, this is where I was going to kill you. When she reacted, he first asked if she was recording. After learning that she was, he quickly said he was only joking. That detail made many viewers even more concerned, since they believed he only changed his words after noticing the camera. However, the woman later defended him in the comments. She said people were taking the video too seriously and needed to understand that it was only a joke. She has also posted another video showing that she went on a second date with him. Many viewers could not understand her decision. Some asked how afraid of being alone someone must be to ignore such a warning. Others said a kind and normal person would never joke about killing a woman during a first date in a remote area. After she continued to defend him, several commenters made dark jokes that they were now waiting for a new true crime documentary about the couple. What do you think?
The reason why I brought this up, now this is a black lady who went hiking with a white man, and he makes a joke, if this is even real, but he makes a joke, this is where I was going to kill you. So, okay, boom. So now he makes the joke, the lady puts it on the internet, and obviously people go crazy, especially Black America. Let me say this, Black America, we got to stop jumping out the window for everybody black. We got to. Even if they Black Americans, sometimes we got to start using our discernment on these stories. Because now that I'm looking at this lady's story, she's defending the white man. And this is the craziest part, because Black Americans, we are so used to being screwed over, killed, and things of that nature. You got this black woman, black looking woman, because I don't even know if she's Black American. But either way, she goes on this hiking trip with the cracker boy. He makes the joke that he want to kill her. We go crazy and she defend him. This is giving me Nolan Wells all over. Let these Negroes, or whatever they are, let them go be with them crackers. We got to stop jumping out the window. I think that's what this tells me. I think, because God forbid if he would have killed her, we would have been on the internet windmilling with our head down, wouldn't we? If he would have killed her and that video would have surfaced, we would have been on this internet windmilling with our heads down. Do you hear me? It don't even matter what we hitting. We just swinging. And the reason being is because naturally we have this innate thing to want to help up for each other and make sure each other are safe. But some of us don't want that for each other. And these women like her, who's helping up for the cracker, man, we got to stop, man. Look, let's start getting some backstory before we jump out the window. At this point, we got to start getting backstory before we jump out the window. Also, too, how do we even know that this is real? What if her and the white boy made this up just to go viral? People do shit like that. What if? What if? If black looking people, or even Black Americans, if y'all love these crackers and these foreigners so much, I think that it's up to Black America to allow them to do that over there. And then when they kill your ass or whatever it is they do to you, whatever discriminatory shit, don't bring your ugly ass back over here. Stay over there. You see what I'm saying? Don't come to us to get resources and help when the white boy pop you upside the head and kill you in the churn. We don't come back to us then. No, stay over there. I'm just saying, use this as an example, Black America. Be mindful before we jump out the window, okay? Please be mindful. It's just like the Nolan Wells thing. We did all of that jumping and hollering about race stuff, and his parents said that this is not a race issue. We got to be mindful of that. Let's move on. Y'all get the likes up on the video. For real, for real. We really do have to be mindful because we be jumping out the window, and a lot of times we be getting caught up in a net because it's a whole play. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be sending these gems, huh? Shout out to y'all. Thank you so much for the super chat, Goldilocks. She says, did you see that boil on Usher's stomach, Vu? Yuck. No, I ain't see it. I don't look at. Was it a hernia? I don't know. I don't be. Ever since they say he had hurt, I don't know. I don't. Y'all different from me. You want to scare me? Have a STD, bitch, please. Let somebody say you had one, bitch. I'm running like this with my head up, bitch, chin to the sky, bitch. I'm out of there. You want to scare me? Put ST and I together or ST and D together. Bitch, I'm out of there. That's how you scare me. Or STD. I don't give a damn if it's trick or herp or AIDS. I don't give a damn if it's crabs. You want to scare me? Put an STD on the line. I'm out of there. You know what I'm saying? But so I don't know. Ever since Usher had the hurt, I stopped looking at him like that. Y'all still do, not me. Since they came out with the hurt, I've been, I like the song. I like the music, but yeah, I don't look at Usher like that. I'm different, you know? Sydney Jones, thank you so much, Sydney Jane, for the super chat. Says Skilla is fine though, but Vu skills on that voodoo hoodoo. He always doing rituals online. Maybe he wants protection. He ain't gonna get it from no Keisha Cole. Shout out to Skrilla. They say here, what his name? Skrilla, Keisha Cole, new man. I don't know what he do, but if he want protection, he damn sure ain't gonna get it from Keisha Cole and the Cole family. When the last time y'all seen Neffy? Ain't no protection over there. Keisha Cole ain't got no protection. But if he's a nice young man, then I'm here for it. I just don't like that these old hoes keep running behind these young boys. Find some in your own age. Thank you, Sydney. Deal Nicole, thank you for being a member for 28 months. Says the fact that the new program won't accept you unless you have the transcripts from previous schools. They not about to keep playing in our faces. Listen, the gag gonna be when y'all find out all these schools playing in our faces. The gag gonna be when y'all find out that boy's school ain't no different from the Harvard, the Yale, the Princeton, the Howard, the FAMU, the Southern University. All of that shit is a scam. I'm telling you. Thank you, Deal. Simply Monique, thank you for the super chat. Says, so why my school wants to be quiet on the creek for the first week back? I'ma laugh at the clear so bad. Thank you so much for the super chat. I don't know what's going on. They want to be quiet on the creek, child, please. Thank you so much. Life with Sweet Sadie. Thank you for the super chat. Says, Vu, that black lady with the clear boy is giving AI. I feel like that's the last girl that was unalive in Africa. I feel like they pushing us to a war. Oh, yeah. I agree with you. That's why I say even if it's real. Y'all ever notice when I be looking at certain stories, I always start off, if I have cause for concern that I think is not real, I'll say stuff like, even if it's real. Because I know y'all get tired of me coming on here telling y'all stuff be fake. So I figured I'd change up the language a little bit and say, even if it's real. But if I say, even if it's real, I don't think it's real. So yeah, we talking the same thing. Basically, we saying the same thing. Yeah. Because if I say, even if it's real, I don't think it's real. Y'all get the likes up on the video. But she is giving me the black girl in Africa. And I think that was AI too. I think that whole girl and that whole case was AI. But at any rate, let's move on. I want to get into Vic Mensa. Y'all. So y'all remember that video where Cam Cameron has said that he not African, and we'll play it. Cameron did a video where he basically says that he's not African, and not only did he say he's not African, he spoke about how somebody he know went to Africa, and he said that the people over there don't like Black Americans and they stink. Hold on. And this is what makes me mad about the Africans. Y'all be acting like it don't stink over there. Why? What pisses me off so much with the Africans is y'all be acting like it's an insult to say y'all stink or it don't stink over there, when the fact of the matter is it do. And the reason why I know it do is because y'all be stinking over here. Not all of y'all, but a lot of y'all. No cap. And I don't like the fact that y'all get on the internet and lie and make it seem like somebody saying Africa stink is a bad thing. It does, allegedly, because I ain't never been. Allegedly, because I ain't never been. But like I say, I ain't got to go over there to see if it stink. I smell y'all over here. So if y'all smell over here, I don't want to smell what it smell like over there. Okay? If y'all is musty in America, I can only imagine the must in Africa. Do you hear me? So I need y'all to stop coming on this here internet and acting like people saying Africa stink is a bad thing. It do. Okay? And also let me add this to Black America. Black America, remember they lied and told you came from Africa. Yet and still, Black Americans are the cleanest melanated people on the face of this earth. Hello? We the ones created baths. We created the tub. We created soap. We created washcloths. We created the shower. We created the term wash your ass. But they want us to believe that we come from Africa and they don't even know for sure how to wash their ass. This leads me back to tell y'all, we don't come from Africa. At this point, Africa come from us. Okay? Now, they still want us to believe that Africa is the motherland, and I'm here to tell you it can't be when they don't have toilets in tubs. I think in order to be the motherland, at very least, Africa needs toilets in tubs in order to even be thought about in the conversation of the motherland. It cannot be the motherland without toilets in tubs. Okay? Now, let's get into Cameron's original comments in his commentary on why he ain't from Africa. And shout out to Cameron, because he ain't from Africa and he ain't no African. And neither is you, Black America. You ain't no African neither. Don't let these tethers come over here and lie to you and tell you you a goddamn African so they can steal your identity. Don't let them do it. Let's get into Cameron's original video.
All right, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. Sin went to.
Hold on.
I'm not African. All right, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. Sin went to Africa and told me people stink. What you said out your mouth. You went ask
in a certain area, man.
Whatever. You said they stunk, and you said that the show when niggas said everybody put your hands in the air that the whole fucking shit was funky.
I didn't say that.
Sugar Mom said that. Ash told me that. I'm just telling you what you told me. You talking about, yo, the truck that picked me up had bullet holes in it, and then the driver gave us a, what he gave you? AK? He ain't give y'all a gun and say, be careful or some shit? You gotta be careful in these other countries, man. I'm not dissing on these other countries. But I'm not African. I love my Africans. They don't fuck with us like that. They say we Yankees. Yo, y'all niggas ain't no motherfucking Africans. Why when we go to the Olympics and a black man go to the Olympics, they be like, the American.
What's wrong with being African?
Ain't nothing wrong with being African. It's just that I'm not African. I was born in America.
Are you black?
Yeah, I'm black.
You just black?
I'm a black man, nigga. Shout out to my Africans. I'm not African. My mother from Atlantic City. I'm not African.
And let me say this. Black is not synonymous with Africa. Being black is not synonymous with Africa. What do I mean by that? Just because you're black does not necessarily mean you have a connection to Africa. That implies that all black people come from Africa, and that's not true. Because there are black, melanated, indigenous, copper-colored people all over this world, all over this entire globe. One big lie they tell you is that in order to be black, you got to be African. That's the lie. Africa does not own blackness. Okay? So he can be black as the day is long and not have never had anything to do with Africa. So that's what Cameron said. And what he said was true. Not only do they not like us, but like he said, from what I've heard from other people, because I've never been, that they say that they be musty as billy goats over there. Okay? And it's the truth. There's nothing wrong with being African, but Cameron, is not African. And neither are you, Black America. Do your genealogy. Now, the powers that were needs us to believe that we're African so that they can steal from us. Let me get me up here. Let me explain to you how it works. As long as us in Black America believe we're African, they get to say they're African too, and then they get to lay claim to all of our shit. What do I mean by that? If we're African and they're African, but we have everything and they have nothing, if they get to say they're the African that we is, they get to claim all of our stuff. So they come to America with nothing. Africans come to America with nothing, just like the cracker did through Ellis Island. The Africans come to America with nothing. They get to America, see Black America, and because we've been previously indoctrinated to believe that we are African, they get to come here and tell us that we're all one big African. Mind you, they come with nothing. They don't have nothing to give. They're not contributing nothing. They don't have nothing for us. So once we agree that I'm an African and they're African, they get to lay claim to all of our stuff, our culture, our language, our food, everything we have. All it takes is for us to go under the Jedi mind trick that we're African like them. So these nothing ass Africans that they send over here, come over here, buck us up to be Africans, and then they steal all our shit. Facts. Next time an African come to you and tell you that you African, ask them what it is that they bring to the table of this Pan-African shit. What does Ghana bring to the Pan-African table? What does Nigeria bring to the Pan-African table? Start asking these fools what they bring to the Pan-African table. And what you'll find is they don't have nothing to bring to the table because they're not here to bring shit. They're here to steal. They're not here to bring you nothing. They're here to take. They're takers. And the only way for them to continue to be able to take is if you continue to remain under the witchcraft, the spell work that you come from Africa. Period, point blank. That's where it stops and that's where it starts. You have to continue to believe that you're African so that they can continue to come over here and steal all of your shit. That's why every time you turn around, it's the African in your city swearing to God all of this shit is African. That's why every time you turn around, it's the African on TikTok swearing all our food come from Africa, swearing all our music come from Africa, swearing all our culture come from Africa. Because as long as you agree and believe that you come from Africa, the ones who ain't got shit get to come over here and steal your shit. And the powers that be pay a lot of money to make sure you stay under that witchcraft. They spend a lot of money to make sure you remain under the witchcraft. You want to see one of their greatest soldiers? Let me show you one of their greatest soldiers they send you to keep you under the witchcraft. Hold on. Stay right there. They spend a lot of money and a lot of time to keep you under the witchcraft. Let me show you one of their greatest soldiers. Look, let me show you one of their greatest soldiers.
Compared to 50 million. Are you out of your mind? Reason number 2.
My oldest
How y'all doing, ladies?
God bless you. I didn't mean to point at you, sir.
Oh, no, that's all right. That's all right.
Keep doing everything that you're doing.
I appreciate you, sweetheart. Thank you. Thank you, sweetie. Black women are beautiful, but let me refocus. Black women are beautiful, but let me refocus. Compared to 50 million, are you out of your mind?
They pay these people a lot of money to keep your mind on Africa. He ain't the only one. He's just the one I pulled up. But they pay these people a lot of money to keep you believing that you come from Africa. Because as long as you believe you're African, it's easier for them to come over here and steal. And not only, they stealing everything that ain't screwed to the ground. I'm telling you. Now, when Cameron made his video, the powers that be keep them a good agent in their pocket to come out here. Now, this is what they do. Just like Dr. Umar, they have their own fan bases, people who love them just because of what they bring to the table. And they go and task these people to come out here and check these Black Americans who are speaking against Africa. Why? Because if Black America starts speaking against Africa, they won't be able to continue to steal from us. So they send Vic Mensa and Umar and all these other people to keep you under the spellcraft that you come from Africa. Because remember, you got to believe you from Africa so that they can steal from you. So now let's get into Vic Mensa. We're going to watch it together. I haven't seen it. Let's get into Vic Mensa. They sent him to check Cameron. Let's get into what he has to say.
I saw Cameron saying he's not an African and Africa stinks.
I'm not African. Someone went to Africa and told me people stink.
Now, obviously, this is ridiculously disrespectful and ignorant, but I love Killer. So let's approach this empirically. Why don't we do a history of the name Cameron Giles? Giles is a medieval French name, originally used by the followers of a one Saint Giles, a nigga that looked like this. Not exactly a striking resemblance, even if you put him in a pink fur. On the other hand, there were plenty of slaveholders named Giles.
He trying to say that Cameron came from a white man. Now, mind you, these is Pan-Africans. I'm back him up because I want to hear this. So I guess he's going to attack Cameron by saying, by genealogy. Now, he hasn't done Cameron's specific genealogy. It looks like he found a white man with the last name Giles, and he's trying to say that Cameron came from a white man. Number one, that picture that they showed you is a depiction. We don't know what the real man looked like, but let's just say that's the truth. What does this have to do with Cameron saying he's not African? Let me run this back. This is interesting. Let me see what he's going to say.
Giles is a medieval French name, originally used by the followers of a one Saint Giles, a nigga that looked like this. Not exactly a striking resemblance, even if you put him in a pink fur. On the other hand, there were plenty of slaveholders named Giles. Written records trace the human beings they enslaved to Africa, oftentimes referring to them as Coromontes if they was from modern-day Ghana, Mandingos if they were from the Sahel, Igbos if they were from modern-day Nigeria. But clearly, the name Giles was passed down from someone who enslaved Africans. Now, if modern science places human beings...
That's not true, because slave owners took their names from people in America. Slave owners did not come to America with names. All of those names are American names. Every name that they got came from Black America. But what he's trying to do is say that Cameron came from slaves. Mind you, this ain't Cameron's specific genealogy. He just pulled up a white man named Giles.
Beings are 300,000 years old, and the oldest archaeological evidence of Homo sapiens is in Africa, Morocco, South Africa, Ethiopia, then I'll struggle to understand how 500 years here erases 299,500 years in Africa. Culturally, you resonate with America. Fine, that's a nationality. You may have European or indigenous blood, but your ancestral origin is overwhelmingly African. Take a DNA test. You tell me what it says. I can see Killer being like Cherokee, but you finna have a lot of Nigeria in there, my guy.
He can't have Nigeria in there. Nigeria did not exist, and DNA tests are fake and for entertainment purposes only. Oh my God.
Don't get mad at me because I love Cam. But like Africa stinks, come on. I mean, it stinks everywhere, nigga. My dogs will shit in my backyard. Now my backyard stinks.
They sent Vic Mensa to muddy the waters. Listen to me. Number one, we don't know if this is Cameron's genealogy. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's not his genealogy. And that white boy Giles that he pulled up ain't even related to Cameron. See, I know what he's doing. He's going off of that old Pan-African ideology of we all came from Africa, so it don't matter how long we've been in America, you still have roots tied to Africa. Bullshit. You ever wonder why these Pan-Africanists never talk to y'all about genealogy? They never talk to you about genealogy. And that's another thing. Somebody pulled that up too. He white, but you want to say they African. It's all a bunch of bullshit. This whole video was a bunch of passive-aggressive bullshit. He's still trying to tie Cam back to Africa and tie you back to Africa with him by saying that this is old, this would have been modern day Ghana, or this would have been modern day Nigeria. Nobody and nothing was there when we were building and fighting in America. There was nothing there. But they lie and make you believe that there was so that you can continue to connect yourself to them. Black America, do not fall for this banana in the tailpipe. Nothing he said connected Cameron to anybody white or to Africa. It was all conjecture. It was all a bunch of bullshit, a word salad. Oh, well, I just find it funny that you say Africa stinks. It does stink. And I know it stinks because they stink when they get here. It fucking stinks. Again, Black America, listen, they need you to believe that you're African so that they can continue to steal from you. That's the whole point. This is why Jesse Jackson in the 80s came out with that term African American and made it a whole thing. That this is why the government backed Jesse Jackson in turning you into an African American. Whole time Jesse Jackson was a card-holding Cherokee Indian. They paid Jesse Jackson a lot of money to get on that podium and call us African Americans. That was one of the major ways for them to snoop on in and steal our stuff. You know what it makes me think about? And I spoke about it on this channel before. Nigeria. The first Nigerian Black Americans I've ever seen in their life was eBay on fucking Good Times. And I'm telling you, the reason why they even put him on that episode was an introduction to these new Africans that are coming in to take our place. I'm telling you what I fucking know because I downloaded on this shit. eBay on Good Times was the very first Nigerian you've ever seen in your life. I don't give a damn who he is. And they put him on that episode of Good Times so that we can start accepting these Nigerians as the so-called origin. And I'll never forget that eBay had Florida on that goddamn floor eating that goddamn Play-Doh, and Florida was looking crazy. I'm telling you now, they use entertainment to show you exactly what it is they're trying to do. And they bought eBay through that goddamn Good Times episode, and we've been seeing Nigerians ever since. Oh, and by the way, I've done the research. Nigerians didn't come to America till the 70s. Nigerians didn't come to America until the 70s, by and large. Very few of them trickled in the 60s. One or two of them trickled in the 50s. But Nigerians did not begin to come to America until the 1970s. Facts. Go look it up. And I don't want none of you ragged ass Nigerians to come over here and say I'm lying. Look it up. That's why when you talk to them, ask them when your people came over here. Oh, the 80s. The 90s, most of them would say the last 10, 20 years, because they just starting to fill us in with all of these goddamn Nigerians. They just got here. They one of the latest people to come to America, the Nigerians. And the Ghana people, they're the latest people to come to America, but they the ones over here telling us we come from them. But they the latest ones, the latest group of immigrants to come to America. But they coming to America to tell us that we came from them? What? Oh, hell no. This is a play. Black America, don't fall for this. You're not African. And they always tell you to do a DNA test. No, do genealogy. I'm not arguing with nobody on no DNA test. You niggas spit in that tube, sent that shit off to God knows where. They probably got 50-11 clones of you somewhere in Antarctica. I ain't sent my spit off, so I don't know. But while you niggas sent all your bodily fluids off for them to tell you some bullshit, you don't even know they probably got a rat clone with your face right now, doing all kind of shit with you. ain't taking no DNA test. I'm using documented genealogy. It's real and it's verified. That's what we talking about. I don't want to talk to no Pan-Africanists about no goddamn DNA test. That DNA test stuff is a hoax. It is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not talking to nobody about no DNA test. Genealogy all the way. And Cameron is not an African, nor does he probably come from a white man. I don't know. Don't give me the line. I don't know his genealogy. It's just a way for him to get y'all to still buy into that Africa shit. And Black America, you're not African. And you damn sure ain't none of these new ass Nigerians. They the newest Africans ever made. Nigerians are the newest Africans ever made. Don't let the part ever made go over your head. They not even the original Africans. I don't want to talk to no Nigerians about shit. Y'all not even the original ancient Africans. Move around. Go away from me with this Apollo. Don't come to me with no Nigerian or no Ghanaian. Go away from me with this Apollo. Go get me one of them Ethiopians. Please and thank you. As a matter of fact, at this point, if it ain't an Ethiopian, I don't want to talk. I ain't even going to hold you. At this point. Let's move on. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Speaking of, hold on. They really think they slick with this. Remember, the spellcraft and the witchcraft is you need to continue to be slaves. You need to continue to remain slaves. That's the only way this works. You got to be slaves from Africa so that everybody can eat off of you. Okay, that's the only way this works. Y'all get the likes up on the video.
Those people, the striking demographic fact about the Americas is that the Black population of the US, which of course amounted at the time of the Civil War to something like 4 million people, those people did not come from Africa. They came as a result of natural population growth.
Yeah.
The slave trade to the US was shut down largely in 1807, not completely, but largely. So if you look at the census data for the US in 1870, which is when Black people were finally included, you'll find almost no Africans.
Traditions, but they also incorporate other things into their religion. Who remained hid, or they lied about their race. If they could pass for Caucasian, or if they could pass for Black, they took on another ethnic identity. But when they did that, they lost their culture. They had to hide and pretend. So now, today, people get really upset and say, well, you're not really Indian. Well, yes, they are. They had to lie about who they were. They lost, for lack of a better word, their public identity.
One that I have seen myself. This is the only one that I have seen myself. This is a king of America, probably the first king to ever invade Europe. Yeah, the Moors weren't the only ones. They didn't all come from Africa. They also came from this part of the world. One of the 3 Tartarian kings was killed. Were they all related? Well, are you ready for this? It's going to get even crazier. I also wanted to show this. There is a lot of disinformation online. This is another one of the original Tartarians.
These people are being told that their genealogy does not link them or their families to any of the Indian ancestry.
Keep your eye on the issue here. The issue is that the individuals in these groups do not have Abenaki ancestry. They have great stories. Who determines that? Because I've actually actually did the genealogies of every single family that they placed in their own documentation. And there's no Abenaki ancestors. That's it. That's the story. You had a flawed process that recognized people who have no Abenaki ancestry, and now you have individuals who are upset because of that, because there's a possibility that that truth will come out. But that was never part of the process. I have all of the documents and access to yourself. This is a serious problem that you've engaged in.
What evidence do you offer that proves, in essence, that your group really is the chosen group?
Well, it's not so much our group as such as it is from a historical point of view. When one simply goes into the Bible, the book that everyone uses in the Tanakh, and you go into the 9th and the 10th chapter of Genesis, you find the lineage or the historical line of the people who now populate the earth. You'll find that Ham was one of the sons of Noah. Ham had 4 sons, Mitzrayim, which is Egypt, Put, which is Libya, Cush, which is Ethiopia, and Canaan, which is Israel. Well, it would be impossible to have 3 black sons and 1 white son. So same father, same mother, historically is just sound. Egypt is Northeast Africa. The children of Israel lived 430 years in ancient Egypt. They just simply walked across the desert. They went from the Sinai and land of Goshen to the land of Canaan.
But Jews, as we traditionally know Jews, only because we're not as familiar with your group, say that they are the chosen people. And now you're saying that your group, your community is the chosen people.
Well, one will know the children of God by their deeds and not by their words. You know the tree by the fruit that it bears. We're not judging people on the color of their skin, but on the content of their character and what they're doing for the world. You see, there are those in South Africa who are now calling themselves Afrikaners, and they come out of British, and they come out of the Netherlands, and they come out of Germany. If we only go by what one calls themselves, then that's no way to determine that.
So then are you disavowing the heritage of the Jews who are outside of your community?
I'm not disavowing the heritage of anyone. I'm just affirming the heritage of Black people in America as being the descendants of the true children of God, or the Hebrew Israelites, you see. So those who are saying that they are the sons and the daughters of Abraham, we say, bring forth your works.
Okay, we're going to bring.
All right, so I played this video because it's different aspects of us being the original people. Listen, they want us to believe the slave trade was real, but it's not. But even if we were to believe it's real, only 388,000 slaves came to North America as a whole. That literally tells us that it was way more of us already here. But I don't believe any slaves came from Africa to America. As a matter of fact, I am of the belief that the only other way that they took slaves is from America to other places. But they got us believing that they took us from Africa so that it's easier for the Africans to come in and swoop away our stuff, right? Now I want to show y'all the Africans are still even dealing with the same thing in Europe. Now, I want to say this. When you talk about European history, especially when you're talking about ancient Greece, ancient Greece, and all of those other places, I'll say Greece. I can't say no other name off the top, but for sure, ancient Greece. That was occupied by what we know today as Black Americans. The ancient Egyptians are the Black Americans. The ancient Greeks are the Black Americans, okay? I need y'all to know that. The ancient Egyptians are the Black Americans, and the ancient Greeks are the Black Americans, okay? We're the same people. That's why we still ski-wee and jumping up and down with this Greek shit today. We are still the same people under a different identity. They put fake Greeks and fake Egyptians out there so you can think that that's not you. But those Egyptians in Africa, that's not the real Egypt, and that's not the real Egyptians. Those Greeks out there in Athens, out there in Europe, them ain't the real Greeks, and them ain't the at all. None of them people is real. All of those people are staged there so that you believe that those are different people. But I'm here to tell you, those people are you. Now, why is this important? Because I keep telling y'all, the Most High gave us, Black America, he gave us orders to be fruitful and multiply. We were to go all over the earth, and we are supposed to be fruitful and multiply. We're supposed to bring culture, society, everything. We're supposed to bring everything to the world, and we did. And we did. And some of those places we stopped was Europe. Now, if you let these Nigerians and these Ghanaians, mind you, keep in mind, they are the newest Africans in the world. Prior to the late 1950s and 1960s, there was no such thing as Ghana. There was no such thing as Nigeria. There was no such thing as a Nigerian, and there was no such thing as a Ghanaian. Prior to the 1950s, I need y'all to understand this. Prior to the 1950s and the 1960s, there was no such thing as Ghana or a Ghanaian, and there was no such thing as Nigeria or a Nigerian. They did not exist. They did not exist. Facts. Please do the research. They did not exist. The place did not exist. However, these people are hell-bent on coming all over here to grab everything that they can. So they're not just in North America, they in South America, and they in the Caribbean too. So you got Africans all over this portion of the world. Remember, the Western world is the new world. The Western world is the new world, and it's only new to people who was living in an underworld. So now all of these Africans are coming over to the Western world, North America, South America, the Caribbeans. And they're coming over here by the droves in the late 50s, not even the late 50s. They didn't start coming in the droves till the 70s. Let's really be clear. It was onesie-twosies of them coming in the late 50s and the 60s. They didn't start bringing them bitches in by the boatload until the late 1970s. Facts. Okay? Now, when they started bringing them in, they immediately started coming in, acting as if they owned the place. Because remember, they're armed with the fact that we're Africans and we know where we come from, and you're African American and you don't. And that's what they armed themselves with when they came here. And they've been using just that alone to act as if they're here and we're here. And I'm here to tell you that's not the case. These new age Africans, the Nigerians and the Ghanaians, don't have no leg to stand on. They don't even have a leg to stand on in Africa. As a matter of fact, all over Africa, they hate them. They're being put in slaves. They're being killed because they're going all over doing the same thing they're doing in America. They're doing it in Africa. And I want to say this. It ain't just in North America, even Europe. I brought this video up to show you something. Black America, we was over there running in Europe too. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Black America, we was running Europe too. We was over there too. Oh, yeah. We brought civilization over there too. Y'all ever heard them old stories about how the Europeans didn't know how to bathe until the Moors came? Moor is another word that they use to confuse you. It wasn't no Moors. It was niggers. It wasn't no Moors. It was niggers. Now, if you believe the Moors and the niggers are the same people, that's a conversation between you and your brain. I ain't got nothing to do with it. But I'm here to tell you it was us. We was over there, and it wasn't just Black America up from the North American. It was us from North America. It was us from South America, and it was us from the Caribbean. We have always occupied Europe. That's why we ran ancient Greece, okay? We've always occupied Europe. Always. We didn't just start going to Europe. We've always occupied Europe, and a lot of them old European royalty is our people. Now, why is this important? Because now you got the Nigerians and the Ghanaians swearing to God that they was in Europe first. Now they telling the Caribbeans that they weren't there first, that the Nigerians and Ghanaians were there. That's a lie. And I'm not even a Caribbean, but I'm helping up for the Caribbeans right now. That is a lie. Europe was mostly occupied by us, okay? Us, Black Americans from North America, South America, and Europe. In the Caribbean. We were the ones going back and forth to Europe, especially the Caribbeans. If you think about it now, all throughout Caribbean history, they stayed in and out of Europe. All of them Caribbean people love going vacation in Europe because it was polar opposite of where they are in the islands. Remember, it's hot in the islands. It's hot it's muggy, it's island, it's sun, but vacation for them was Europe. So a lot of them in the Caribbean loved going to Europe. They had homes in Europe. They had all kinds of stuff going on in Europe. Them Caribbeans been occupying Europe. But now you got Nigerians and Ghanaians running around here swearing to God they were there first. Cap. But I'm showing you this to show you how they steal everything that ain't stuck to the ground. Let's get into it.
Because we were the first black people in the country. Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay.
So,
but you weren't.
Pardon?
You weren't. Like Caribbeans weren't. The people came from all over the Commonwealth.
That's not
but
true.
As the single group where they had the largest representation, it was Jamaican people. But there was still Africans that were here before the 40s.
No.
There were people from Liberia, from West Africa.
And they're going to always bring up Liberia. They're going to always bring up what it is. The other one, Sierra Leone. That's niggas, first of all. Most of them people from Liberia and Sierra Leone, a lot of them is mixed niggas with Africans. And some of them is Africans and some of them is niggas. But let me tell you something. 1 or 2 Africans may have been going to Europe prior to the 1940s. But prior to that, Nigeria, Ghanaian, they were not there. They are lying. They are lying. I'm not saying all of Africa. I'm speaking specifically on the Nigerians and the Ghanaians, because that's what she's trying to say. That's a lie.
From Liberia, there was people that were here.
Black Africans.
Yes.
Yeah. We didn't just come after in the 80s.
Wait. Black
Yes, you
Africans
did.
were here from Wimra.
From before. From the 1700s.
Ghanaians were not here yet. Nigerians were not here yet.
Nah.
Here. What communities? Where?
Not en masse.
This is what I'm saying. Ones and twos. We're not talking ones and twos.
No, Africans were here in hundreds.
Communities.
In hundreds. In Liverpool, like there was like a black community.
He lied. And let me tell you, the same way they lie in America, they'll have one African, but they'll write down a community of Liberians thrived in Europe. It's paper genocide, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. They will have had one person from Africa, one. Or sometimes they get cutthroat and don't have none. They'll just write it down because they said so. They love rewriting history and they love writing in their own history. Ghana didn't exist prior to the 1940s. It is impossible for them to have Ghanaians there when there was no Ghana. Nigeria didn't exist in the 1940s. Therefore, it is impossible for a Nigerian to be in Europe when Nigeria didn't exist. They talking out the side of their necks, and I know what y'all gonna say. It is true. They had other people, they just wasn't called Nigerians. Bullshit. They were not there. They lying.
Literally by the ports. There were black people here.
Like seamen.
From the World War, from the First World War, there were Africans here. Mm-hmm. Again, there were Indians here as well.
Right.
There was.
The Indians didn't start coming into the 1900s too. She lying. I did all the research. The Indians didn't start coming into the 1900s too. You know, contrary to y'all belief, all of these foreigners didn't start coming into after the 1970s. Did y'all know that? Y'all ever wonder why when we grew up, it was mostly black and white people? Now, everywhere you look, it's somebody of something different. You be like, what the hell is that? That's because when we grew up, America was mostly majority black and white. Yes, they had a couple of sprinkles of people from other places here and there. But prior to the 1980s, really the 70s, but I'm going to go with the 80s to say by and large, it was black and white people here because that we were the only ones here. Them Africans were not here. Them Indians were not here. None of those people were here. You're just starting to see all of these people in the last 5 to 10 years. They just got here. They were not here. They're going to lie to you to trick your mind to make you believe that they were. But I need y'all to think back to your childhood. None of these foreigners were here. They were not here. Not by and large, at least.
There was African unions that were set up before the 40s. There were students that was coming over. It's just en masse.
But mass exodus, there was no mass exodus of anyone apart from Caribbean. Everyone needs to understand what we came from, like what we came out of from the Caribbean to here. was a completely different reality than what anyone else came out of.
No.
We
There's
came
colonization.
we're coming out of slavery though.
And we're coming out, and then whatever African, depending on what time, and it's not about pitting who. Worse or whatever.
That's the
No, but
thing.
it's relevant to why I feel the way I feel.
No, I get it.
I get it.
understand.
I get
So
it.
what we're
but-
trying to let you know that people, they were African coming from colonialism, and colonialism was another version of slavery in a different way. They were
That's a
controlled. They were apartheid in their own lands as well.
That's a lie. Them hoes lying. Them hoes sitting up there lying through their nasty teeth. They lying again. The part of the witchcraft, and it's not just for us in North America. This for the Caribbeans, and this for the South Americans too. All these indigenous people over here, their whole objective is to steal. They want everything that ain't screwed to the ground, and if it's screwed to the ground, they want that too. They want everything, even your history, even your lineage. They want everything that you have. Again, Nigeria did not exist. So how is it that all of these Nigerians were here? These people are thieves. They're nothing more than common thieves. I'm telling you. That's what they are, common thieves. And again, Black America, the point I'm showing you is that they steal everywhere they go. This is why genealogy is important. I don't know what documentation looks like for the Caribbeans and for the South Americans, but if I were a Caribbean or a South American, I would definitely be looking into my own version of genealogy. No cap. Because I would be trying to find something, document proof to show that these people are stealing from us. Again, I'm not a Caribbean and I'm not a Black South American, but God knows if I was, I would be trying to find out, are we documented like them niggas up in America? Because if so, we need to put an end to this shit. And I'm pretty positive you are. I don't know, don't get me to lying. I'm pretty positive there's some documentation. If I was y'all, I would be looking in genealogy too. No cap. If I was what do you call him? If I was a goddamn a Caribbean or somebody from South America, I would be looking in my own way to find my genealogy because they stealing y'all shit too. They stealing everything. Again, the only way they're able to steal Black America is for you to tie yourself to Africa. The more you continue to say you're African, the more they will continue to steal from you. Next time a Pan-Africanist come tell you something about DNA testing, run him back with genealogy. Watch him fold. Watch him fold. Compare genealogy to DNA testing. Watch him fold like a goddamn paper towel. Genealogy is the key. And speaking of genealogy, just like the Africans are stealing, guess who else stealing? The Hispanics, the quote-unquote brown community, because the brown people are not the real people. The Mexicans you see today are not the real Mexicans. The Dominicans you see today are not the real Dominicans. The Puerto Ricans you see are not the real Puerto Ricans. All of those so-called brown people are not real. Those are cosplayers that are playing the part of the real people. The real people look like me. They got my skin tone, some a little lighter, some a little darker, and you wouldn't know they were Hispanic or until they open their mouth. Them people, the Cardi B's and all of these Hispanics y'all see all across the world are not the real people. These people lie like these Africans and they'll swear to God that they indigenous. Oh, my brown indigenous culture. Bullshit. They are not indigenous. Those people are only having any sort of melanin in their skin because they were sleeping with the indigenous people. I'm here to tell you that those people are not indigenous. They don't have no Indian heritage. They don't have no indigenous lineage. None of that. They are descendants of conquistadors. All of these people you see are descendants of conquistadors cosplaying as the indigenous people. They are not the real people, okay? Know that. Why is this important? Cardi B, another cosplayer, she loves lying, swearing to God she Afro-Latina on 1 minute, then the next minute she Caribbean, then the next minute she Afro this, then the next minute she that, and the third. This is the most bullshit bitch I seen this year. And then you got this brown girl, this other Hispanic. She's going to check Cardi B because Cardi B gives props to Black America for giving the Hispanic people culture. Now, this so-called brown girl wants to check Cardi and tell Cardi that that is the erasure of brown people. You can't make this shit up. According to this Hispanic girl, if Cardi gives their recognition to us, then it is erasure of brown people. I asked Black America, if that is the case, then what is it called when they do it to us? I'll give you an example. Let's get into the video. Let's get into this so-called Hispanic girl who's going to lie to you and tell you that she's indigenous. She is not. Not just her. Hawaiians are not the real Hawaiians. Them Hawaiian people y'all see, them ain't the real people. Them some Asians. Them some Asians. You know what they all? Different variations of $5 footlongs. You see the Native Americans out here? That's different variations of them all over the world cosplaying as indigenous people. Why do you think ICE done ransacked the $5 footlongs? Why do you think ICE ransacked the Native American community? Because they're foreigners. They're not really indigenous, okay? Now watch this young girl say that Cardi giving us props is erasure of them. Check it out.
I feel like the reason why Caribbeans like me, like Caribbeans, like my family, and Latinos and Hispanic people, the reason why they could thrive in this country is because Black African Americans fought for everybody to like be equal.
Cardi B made a statement recently that Black people fought for everybody's rights, and that's why Latinos and Hispanics can enjoy and thrive in freedoms that they have today. And that is sounding very Black supremacist and is causing brown indigenous erasure.
She said it sounds very Black supremacist and it's brown erasure. Now, mind you, Black America, we've been fighting all of this time saying all of these Africans saying this our stuff is erasure of us. That's all we talk about. And they tell us shut up. Now, here come this, I don't know what she is. She looked like a Mexican. She looked like a Native American. She looked like I don't know what the hell she is. But whatever she is, now she's going to explain how this is brown erasure. Mind you, brown people ain't created shit. Brown people ain't created shit, and brown people ain't built shit. And I don't want nobody to come over here and lie and say, voodoo, that's not true, because the Mexicans building all the houses. Them niggas is putting them houses together like paper mache. All them Mexicans is doing is taking orders and pounding hammer to goddamn wood. They ain't building shit. Don't never forget it. Okay? Brown people ain't contributed shit and they ain't built shit. Yet and still, we about to listen to this so-called brown girl speak about brown erasure. You can't make this shit up.
Mexicans are founders of freedoms that we all enjoy today in America. We didn't sit with our hand out waiting to thank somebody to save us. We are descendants of revolutionaries, some of the greatest the world has ever seen. First of all, in America, Mexicans are some of the oldest freedom fighters there is.
Pause. I'm not about to let this little hoe do it. I'm not about to let you do it. Let me show you how she hijacking the black Mexican history. Hold on. She's hijacking the black Mexican history and using it as hers. Hold on. I'm about to show y'all. That is not her. She's trying to make it seem like these black people, mind you, the black Mexicans are really us. Y'all do know that, right? The black Mexicans are really our indigenous people. I don't even know why I came to TikTok. Hold on. Let me show y'all. This is what she's referring to. I gotta show y'all this before I let her finish, because she's lying. She's cosplaying and she's hijacking a movement that have absolutely nothing to do with her. It has everything to do with those black people. It has nothing to do with her. Okay. And it was black Hispanics, and not just black Hispanics. Let's really be clear. It was black Hispanics fighting in the world in a war against these people. I'll show you this. I can't really find much, but let me show you something. It was Black Hispanics, and not only Black Hispanics, it was Black people from Louisiana, Texas, Florida, Arizona, Texas, Florida, all of us from the South. We all fought in the so-called Mexican Revolution, and it was us. The people who fought was us, and we fought people who looked like the conquistador I'm about to show you back again. So it was Black people against conquistadors. But again, because Black Americans don't know much about that history, it's easy for them to come here and tell us that it was them fighting, but that's not the truth. Remember, they were the enemy. They were the enemy. The original so-called Mexican people is my color and yours. And we were fighting against them. But they have since taken on the identity of Mexicans, and now they've not only taken on the identity, they've taken on the story. So now they come on the internet and tell everybody that they fought for freedom when they were the people that we were fighting against. She is not the real Mexican. The real Mexican is Black, and those were the people who were fighting for freedom, not this little girl here. This is all cap. Let me let her finish.
Over 500 years of resistance against colonizers. Yeah, Mexicans and the native tribes are native groups that have been resisting for a long time now. They put the work in. So let's give them their flowers. They fought genocide, reservations. Mexicans did not just show up magically in the 20th century.
Yes, they
civil
did.
rights movement in the United States. They not only inspired it.
As a matter of fact, she's wrong. Mexicans absolutely did just show up magically in the 20th century. You know why? Because they Cabbage Patch Kids made in the lab. So while she's sitting up there lying, saying Mexicans didn't show, yes, y'all did. Y'all literally popped up out of nowhere because y'all was made in the lab in a Cabbage Patch form.
They led it. Mexicans desegregated the first public school. It was the first federal case. Mexicans first abolished slavery before the USA, freed Black people and freed brown Mexican people. Who do you think inspired the Civil War of the United States? Who do you think inspired those people to rise up for independence like Mexicans did just years before, just across the line in the dirt, a few feet away? Who do you think had an underground slave runaway trail first, bringing in Black people seeking freedom?
Think about it like this, y'all. How many Hispanics you know? Think about anybody in the audience. If you right now needed a place to stay, do you think your Hispanic neighbors or your Hispanic so-called friends would open their doors and say, hey, Black person, you can come live with me? Hell no. So if they wouldn't help us in 2026, what in the entire freak makes you think they helped us in 1800 and whatever? Let's use our common sense. If they don't like us now, what makes you think they liked us then? Because she wants us to believe that they helped free Black people and slaves and all. She wants us to believe that the Mexicans we see today helped to free Black people. Mexicans don't even like niggas. And you want me to believe that they liked us then? According to her. Yeah, you can't make this up. Use your common sense, ladies and gentlemen.
From the United States enslavers into Mexico. Shit, Mexicans pretty much caused the Civil War at this point.
What?
They were collaborators. Big time. Thousands of Mexicans later fought in the defeated the Confederate Army partners in the Battle of Puebla in Mexico, which weakened the Confederate Army. So if you're going to talk about freedom fighting in the United States, Mexicans were paving the way, doing it first. Our brown history has been erased from textbooks, so I don't blame you or anyone that much at all for it, but we need to hold accountability. Our ancestors fought, bled, and died for these lands of ours that we're indigenous to. We fought on both sides. So if you want to celebrate independence, celebrate with the Mexicans.
The irony of knowing that these are the people we fought against, but they come to the internet and act like they're the people who fought with us. The mind fuck. We fought against them. We didn't fight with them. Who were we fighting if we were fighting? If we fought with them, then who did we fight? See, what they'd like to do is separate themselves from the Spaniard when they need not to, because they are the Spaniard. The only thing difference between them and the actual Spaniard is, as you can see, they have a little bit more melanin, which gives them more of an olive-looking color. But for the fact of the matter is, they are descendants of the Spaniard. But this girl is on the internet swearing to God they indigenous. They are not. They got real indigenous Mexicans right now in Mexico. Look, I've showed this to y'all. Look at these Mexicans.
This country is home to more than 1 million Afro-Mexicans, yet these are marginalized and often forgotten communities. They represent around 1% of the national population. Mexico's 2020 census is the first ever to include Afro-Mexican as an ethnic category. Mexico's legacy of slavery began hundreds of years ago.
The slaves in Mexico were in the places where there was mining. This town was founded around the year 1800, most likely by fugitive slaves who escaped to the coastal regions where they could survive on what they found here.
Today, that original African culture still exists in a state dominated by indigenous tradition. Yet this stretch for Rosa Hernandez, the lead councillor of Santo Domingo Armenta, the Afro-Mexican experience is isolating.
We're a vast minority in this country, so that's why many people have never heard of us. They think we're from another country. They don't consider you to be Mexican simply because you're Black. But we are Mexicans, and it's only fair that they recognize us, that they value us as much as anyone else.
As the Black Lives Matter movement around the world seeks change and equality for Black Mexico, the challenge for these communities is still at the point of showing they exist. This country is home to more than 1 million Afro-Mexicans.
So while the so-called Mexican girl on the internet swearing to God she's indigenous, that is a lie. That's the indigenous Mexicans right there. I told y'all they look like me and you. You wouldn't know what they was until they opened their mouth. I told y'all, look. I ain't lying. These the Mexicans, they hide from you, so you think that they are the real ones, and they are not. If I turned the volume down and told you this was Houston, y'all would think this was a Houston trail ride. If I turned the volume down and told y'all this was up in Cincinnati at a trail ride, y'all would believe me. Didn't I tell you that those people look like me and you? You just wouldn't know who they was until they opened their mouth. Because we the same fucking people, bruh. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. So the Hispanic girl line talking about indigenous, they are not. They no different from the Native American here in America. They are stand-ins. They are bullshitters. They not the real people. Now let's get back to the girl finish telling y'all how they hijacked her brown erasure, how this is brown erasure. Look.
You have so much to learn if you think the civil rights movement of the 20th century is when freedom fighting began. We're going to keep saying this. If you're not Mexican, don't speak for Mexicans. Don't speak for other people, period. This is a problem with identifying as Latino or Hispanic. We don't have the same histories. You can talk about people's culture lightly and explain that you're not the expert, that you might make an error, say something wrong, and you want to be held accountable. I don't recommend it for beginners. If you don't know much about history, don't even try it. And we're sick of it. We have the right to say when enough is enough. Everyone contributed to American history.
No, we didn't.
Everyone should have a voice. Even white allies were some of the bravest. They had their role. They advocated for justice for all of us. They used their white privilege. Together, they established new laws. It wouldn't have been possible without them. We did it.
Yeah, this is crazy. Again, the whole purpose, and let me tell you another reason why. You want to know why the white people need you to buy into being African? Because if you are an African, that means you're a foreigner like them. This is why white folks need you to believe that you're African. Because if you come from Africa and they come from wherever they come from, then you don't have no claim to the land like they don't. Meaning they got just as much claim to this land as you. That's why the white folks need you to believe you from Africa too. Listen to me and listen to me good. If you never knew that they had black Mexicans, these Mexicans will never tell you about them. Next time you speak to a Mexican and they speak about anything Mexican, ask them about the black Mexican and why they hide them people. Did you guys know that in Mexico, the black people are shunned away to the side? Meaning whenever you go to Mexico, I've been to Mexico 5 times and I've never ran into black Mexicans. Why is that? Because I've always stayed in tourist areas. They make sure the black Mexicans don't work there. They make sure the black Mexicans don't hang out there. And they make sure the black Mexicans are nowhere near your eyesight so that you never know that these are not the real Mexicans. Facts. They do this everywhere. This ain't the only place they couldn't do it is North America because there's too many of us and they don't have nobody to cosplay us. They tried to use the Native American, but they failed miserably. Okay? These are not the real people, and they're on here swearing to God that they are because they need us to buy into it through our ignorance. We got to remain ignorant, meaning we don't know who we are. So if we don't know who we are, we can't know who they are. And this is how they're able to play these games in our faces because we don't know who they are and we have no clue of knowing who they are. I'm here to tell you genealogy is the key because if you don't do genealogy, you will get caught with the okie doke. You will definitely get caught with this okie doke. Because remember, they just need you to remain ignorant on who you are. Let me show y'all this other video. And shout out to this brother, because he got it on point. Is it up here for y'all to see? Yeah, it's up here.
This is a common misconception with many people in the Mexican community. You guys are the descendants of Spaniards who wiped out the true indigenous people of that region of the world before it was called Mexico. You are not and have not been here way before anybody. That it is an Aboriginal American Indian who has been reclassified as a black person. You've not been here longer than us. And in fact, your people who you come from are more than likely enslavers, vile, evil human beings. Stop it. Mexico is not owed anything.
Nope.
Because you got that land by being the children of Spaniards who destroyed the real builders of that land.
Facts. Ooh, he was spitting. See when he said you got that land by being the destroyers of the real Mexicans? That's when he was spitting. That's when he was making the donuts. Because that's the facts. That is the facts. They only got the claim to the so-called land of Mexico because they were able to help defeat the real black Mexicans who were there. They were able to keep them quiet and out the way. I'm telling you what I know, not what I think. Don't let these people fool you. And again, please be advised that what's happening there happened here. It's just they put different names on it, okay? Don't let these Mexicans fool y'all and these fake ass so-called indigenous people. They're not real. The only real people, if they're not melanated, fully melanated, they're not real. If they're not fully melanated, not a piece of melanated, because that's how we get in this situation right here. Not a piece of melanated. If they're not fully melanated, they're not indigenous. Now, you can be mixed with indigenous, but if you're not, and melanated don't have to mean dark skin. When I say fully melanated, y'all know black when you see it. You know black. If they are not fully melanated, they are not indigenous. Anything else is mixed at best. But if they're not fully melanated, they are not Aboriginal and or indigenous. Okay? And speaking of Aboriginal and indigenous, let's get into this last subject. Ryan Coogler with this Black Panther shit. Ryan Coogler. We got a new Black Panther. And it is a British African actor. And look, they got these new last names now. What's his name? Hold on. Let me see if I can pull him up. Johnson is his last name, and we know that ain't no African last name. I wonder where he get that name from. Hold on. Where does African get Johnson from as a last name? But you know, all of them take our names. I keep telling y'all, we didn't take no slave master last name. They took our name like everybody else did. They all come over here and steal from us. They steal our names. They steal everything we got. I keep telling y'all. Is this the boy? Let me see. You know what else too? And this is random because I'm looking for this. But maturing is realizing the Black Panther and that goddamn Insecure was a tether fest, and we shouldn't have watched that shit. Insecure, the show Insecure is full of tethers. From the rooter to the tutor, and we got played. I gotta say that part. Because it's the truth. When it came down to Insecure, the TV show is full of tethers, and we got played. Not only that, Black Panther is too. They got some of us in there, but it's full of tethers. Hold on. Facts. I looked at the reboot. Look, I looked at the reboot of the Insecure show, and I saw it with different eyes this time, and I ain't gonna hold you. I was mad. Think about it. I saw the new Insecure reboot that they got going on, and it instantly made me mad. No wonder Issa Rae was so weird. She ain't no nigga. Even niggas ain't that awkward. No wonder. Now I'm looking back and I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, and you know what made me brought it up too? Seeing what's that girl named Amanda Seals get mad because they didn't invite her. That's what made me bring it up. What's the boy named Johnson? What's his last name? What's the Black Panther dude name? Somebody just put it in the chat. David Johnson. Yeah, that's what made me think about it, y'all. I saw the reboot and I saw how that girl got mad. David Johnson. I saw how that girl got mad. Not Issa Rae. Amanda Seals, and immediately my tether meter went off. I said, "Oh, mother!" And I looked at the lineup. Every single one of them tethers. Y'all ain't never caught on to that. Every single one of them are tethers, and it's weird. It's extremely weird. Because why? And then why did y'all lie and swear to God like y'all was real? Why did y'all make it seem like y'all was some real niggas and y'all a whole bunch of tethers? At any rate, we got played with Insecure, y'all. We got played. I can't see it the same. Issa Rae is a Jamaican and an African. I think she part Jamaican, part African, or some shit like that. The girl who played Monica, the black girl who's a virgin. Oh, she's not a virgin on the show. She an African. Who else? Everybody on that bitch a tether. Every single person on Insecure is a tether. Y'all ain't never caught on? Anyway, speaking of tethers, this the new Black Panther. Why is this important? First of all, where is David Johnson from, and why he got the name Johnson when he an African? Who is David Johnson, the new Black Panther?
David Johnson is an English actor who will play Prince T'Challa 2 in Black Panther 3, which is scheduled for release in December 2028. He is not affiliated with the new Black Panther Party.
David Johnson's background, as far as where he's from, his lineage, and his parents. What is it?
David Johnson, a well-known African-American photographer, was born in Jacksonville, Florida. He was raised by his foster parents, Alice Johnson and John Henry, and experienced poverty during the segregation era.
That nigga wasn't around for no segregation era. See how the internet be lying? Now they calling him an African American. You know why they calling him an African American? Because technically he's an African in America. The reason they gave us the name is so that the Africans can come over here and tether on to it. You see it working in real time? So now they're calling him an African American. I'm assuming he got the last name Johnson from his foster parents. Let me see. Give me an explanation on David Johnson, the new Black Panther's ethnicity.
According to Facebook, meet David Johnson, British actor with Nigerian roots unveiled. As Black Panther, British actor of Nigerian descent, David Johnson, has been confirmed as the new Black Panther, stepping into one of Marvel's most iconic roles 6 years after the death of Chadwick Boseman.
So now, why is this important? Black Panther. The story of the Black Panther is one of the Black American. Because this is very important. The story of the Black American is that, the story of the Black Panther is that of the Black American. What do I mean by that? Think back to the very first movie of Black Panther. T'Challa is an African prince, right? But he has a cousin from Black America, which is, what's the boy name? Killmonger. And they're here, mind you, they're supposed to be related. Now that's a whole nother gag within itself because we're not related to no Africans. That's a hijack. But anyway, the African T'Challa is friends with or cousins with the Black American Killmonger. Now the first one is about America. That's why T'Challa is over there in Africa with the shit, and then he's supposed to come over to America and help save America, which is why the whole Killmonger thing happened. Listen, the whole purpose of the movie is a Black American concept. It's about Black America. That's the whole purpose of the movie. Okay, even with T'Challa being the Black Panther, even in the second one, which I can finally remember, but even in the second one, the whole purpose is not to model the African, it is to model the Black American, the so-called Black American who's the so-called African American. That's the whole point. That's why when T'Challa was chosen the first time, they chose a Black American. But I understand this enemy. They probably chose him first so that they could slide in this African like right now. So now it started out as a Black American story, and now they're going to slide and ease on in this African actor. Now, let me say this. This is what pisses me off, because I want to support the Black American brother Ryan Coogler, but I am forced to sit this one out because, once again, Black American heroes have to be played by foreigners with the hard ER, and I'm sick and tired of it. You think that they went and grabbed this dude on mistake? You think it was random that they went and grabbed David Johnson to be the Black Panther? It's always these Black African British people that take all of our roles. Y'all ain't caught on to it yet? This ain't random. This is what Ryan Coogler probably has to do in order to remain in this field. And let me just say this. Hold on. Let me say this. I feel a way because it's always Black America comes, make it hot, and then here come the foreigner to come and pick up the pieces and swear to God that we all did this together. I am so over it. I am so over it. Plus, I don't want to see no Black Panther with no African anyway. If an African was fit to play the role, they would have got an African from the beginning. They could have got Jumanji. What that Black dude name had the baby with Kimo Relief. They could have got him to play T'Challa. If they wanted it to be made by an African, they would have had an African to play it first. But nobody cares about an African being a superhero. Let's be clear. Nobody gives a fuck. I'm gonna be real. Don't nobody care. They don't. Nobody cares about an African superhero. Everybody cares about a Black American one. See, that's another Jedi mind trick. They want us to believe that the world don't want to see Black America on screen when all the world wants to see is Black America on screen. So they use us to make it hot first. And then they take the African and put him in second. And now the African, they're probably going to fudge the numbers, make the movie look like it did greater than it did. But they're going to be living 100%, 100% off the hype of the first one with Chadwick Boseman. And this African will reap all of the benefits. When they look at the Black Panther from this movie forward, they're not going to think of Chadwick Boseman. They're going to think of this little bitty African right here. And that right there is an idea, is an example, of a destiny swap. Again, I said this at the beginning of the video. What they're going to do is use the African to cosplay us now so that in the future they can look back on today and say that we are them and they are us. They want to completely erase us as if we don't exist. They need us to physically exist, but on paper, they want us to be completely erased. This is why they continue to put Africans in on our stories. When we speak about our heroes, when we speak about even stuff as small as Black Panther, all of this is a way to paper genocide us out of our own stories. They want those people to be the faces and reap all of the benefits while we get nothing. That's what this is all about. I will not be watching the new Black Panther movie because I'm so tired of seeing these goddamn African British people. I'm tired of you niggas. I'm so tired of y'all coming to America with them fake ass accents, trying to be down, and then as soon as shit don't go your way, you give us your ass to kiss. I'm not going to watch this trash ass shit. When Ryan Coogler make another Black American movie like Sinners, I might be inclined to go down to the theater. I will not be down there to watch this bullshit because what I know is this African is about to ride off the success of the original Black Panther, which was a Black American. They're going to give him and they're going to use our energy to do it. They're going to use our energy to do it. They're going to use our energy to give him our shit. I'm not doing it. I refuse. And this is done by design, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is done by design. Get them to make it hot, then insert one of these fake ass Africans in the middle, and then we'll say it's them. That's what this whole thing is about. Let's get into Ryan Coogler announcing this boy.
And today, I want to tell you.
It didn't fall on deaf ears and over my head that they used Ryan Coogler to announce him. That's so we won't get mad. That's why they made Ryan Coogler come out here and bring him to us, so we won't get mad. But I don't give a damn. I like Ryan Coogler, but not enough more than the mission. To hell with Ryan Coogler too, if that's the case.
And today, I want to tell you guys this next film, he grows up, he comes of age, and we have to find an incredible actor. You guys, in this hall, you guys might know some of his work. He was great in a movie called The Long Walk. He was great. Alien Romulus. I want you guys to give a warm welcome to our new Black Panther, Mr. David Johnson.
The only way to show these people we not playing is keeping our money in our pocketbook, bro. I'm here for Ryan Coogler, and Ryan got a lot of shit in the ammo in the chamber that he could put out for Black America. I ain't calling for no boycott. I'm just telling you, for me, I'm not putting my money on watching no goddamn British African Black Panther. I refuse. I refuse. And it's the fact that they use Ryan Coogler to put him in front of us so that we will be conflicted. That's why they made Ryan Coogler introduce him to us, to make us conflicted in what we were thinking.
This young man.
They copy us so much. Even that. They copy us so much. It's weird. It's fucking weird.
I want to say thank you so much. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you to this amazing family that I have the honor and the privilege and the blessing to join. I actually don't want to say too much because I want to let this screen do the talking. But believe me, the honor is entirely mine. Thank you.
You know what's so messed up about this? I'm pretty sure there's a Black American actor who would have done a bang-up job as the new T'Challa. But on purpose, Ryan was told not to pick, if he was able to pick, a Black American actor. We have to watch this British African play T'Challa. And I'm pretty sure he's going to put on a really good, well, he don't have to put on really much of a good African accent because he's already halfway there. But at the end of the day, we've seen this movie over and over and over again. We just had the same situation with David Aluayo, whatever his name is, the dude who played Martin Luther King. They always come in humble. They always come in so, oh, I'm so happy y'all chose me. You won't regret this. And then they get the movie, they get the money, and mad they come and they start sounding just like them crackers, just like David Oyuelo, whatever his name is. We've seen this movie 50 million times. I don't know how many times we got to see it before we realize the play. This is an effort, a concerted effort to take the energy created by Chadwick Boseman and that original cast. Bad enough the second one was nah. It's given the third one going to be worse than the second one. I'm going to be real. And I am all here for supporting Ryan Coogler as a Black American filmmaker. However, I am not here to support him just because he's a Black American filmmaker. I'm not spending my money on this shit, nor am I going to see it. Why you can't? Why this is what I don't understand too. Why they never take these Black British African actors and create Black British African roles? You want to know why they don't create Black British African roles? Because there ain't none. There ain't no history there because them Africans don't have no history that they trying to bring over here. They coming in here to steal all the history from over here. That's why they come over here to play all our roles, Black America. The whole purpose, bring them here to steal from us because they don't have nothing where they come from. I'm not watching that shit. And shout out to Ryan Coogler. But I ain't going to hold you. If it's between Ryan Coogler and the community, I'm picking the community. I'm not watching that shit. And it's going to be trash. Said what I said. Okay? Rest in peace to Chadwick Boseman, the only Black Panther. Period, point blank. And you know what's crazy though? They probably killed that man. They probably gave him cancer and killed them just so they could do exactly what they doing now. That's how they do. This industry is cutthroat to the bone gristle. Do you hear me? This bitch is cutthroat to the white meat. They probably gave that man cancer, killed him off, just so they could do exactly what they doing. I know how these people work. I know how these crackers work. And I know how that Black enemy work too. Because it ain't just white people behind this shit. It's some Black melanated people behind this shit too. That's a whole other story we'll talk about another day. But with that being said, I won't be watching it. If y'all watching, I ain't blaming y'all. I'm just saying for me, I'm good. I'm good on it. I'm straight. I'm tired of seeing these goddamn Africans on our shit. I'm tired. With that being said, though, let me see. Did I miss any super chats before I hop up off here? We will be having Musty Malone Madness Monday this evening. Make sure y'all pull up. Cindy Jane, I think I saw that one. She said Skilla was fine. Hold on. And I think that's about it. I think I got everybody. Nope. Thank you so much for the super chat. Hey, it's Trey. Says, I don't know any black person that says something is musty and be lying. They be putting them heavy oils on top of funky armpits and it will make your nose curl. Oh, I know. I done smelt them over here. And I done smelt them on a plane. So I know. You ain't like Africa do stink because they stink over here. Thank you, Trey. And I fucks with Boo. Hey, handsome. Hey, Boo. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says, hey, everyone, and hey, doll. How you doing, Boo? I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope your Monday is going well. Thank you, thank you. And thank you again for the super chat. Says the tether meter should be mass produced and sold on Voodoo Doll TV along with other merch. I wish I could create a tether meter. Man, I'd be rich. Do you hear me? If I could create a tether meter, I'd put that bitch on sale for $1.99 because I want all y'all to have them. Them bitches is affordable as hell. $1.99, and I'll be doing tether meter giveaways every Friday for Educational Friday. We'll be giving away tether meters, bitch. I don't even want to make the money. I just want to enlighten the people. With that being said, though, I love y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Catch me later on for Malone Musty Madness Mondays. And I'll see y'all later. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. Pay the information forward and do all the research, please. Love y'all. Peace.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I want? Blaze up. Come on, Blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.